infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt cool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt cool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt cool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back.
Welcome to Underdog Journey. My name is Wes. This guy is David. This guy is Matt. And that is my cat. David, looks like
Yes.
you have a guest joining.
Yeah, I do. I got Keith, the guy who joined us last week, is coming up. And that is part of the reason why we're late. So I
had a bit
had
of a
this
setup
thing set
change
up.
there.
So yeah, I'm back. I'm out back on the deck with the in the canopy here. So you'll see the walls move, and there's a couple spiders out here. But
Keeping it classy.
now that I'm looking, I'm like, all right, where are you?
Nicole Leffingwell says hi to my cat. Nikki,
oh,
my
hi,
cat's
Doc.
name
Yeah.
is Roxy, and we were just talking about how bad her breath is. So
Oh yes.
Yeah, she smells like asparagus pea.
for some reason, she has bad breath. I'm working on a cat tooth or a dog tooth product. I wonder if it works with cats. We'll have to try it. Yeah, got to try it.
Well, I would assume that if you can clean a dog's mouth, that you can probably clean a cat's mouth.
Maybe you could use, maybe you could make it asparagus flavored.
She might like it. She
Asper-
might like it.
Man, you have been on that asparagus. Are you stroking? Is he having another stroke?
He might be stroking out back there. He's stroking out.
Well,
Might
I'm
be.
smelling odd things, so maybe.
If you smell toast or like, is it citrus or toast for the stroke?
I don't know.
It's
but
toast.
I am wondering
Toast.
what would happen if narwhals had lightsabers instead of tusks.
That would be the coolest creature ever
It
to
really would, wouldn't
live.
it?
It would.
Like it could go up to a humpback and just and then it could eat for a week.
Imagine the battles. It'd be pretty sweet.
So now wait a minute. A narwhal's horn is always there.
Right.
Is this lightsaber narwhal horn a retractable?
Well,
Or is it
actually,
just always there?
a narwhal's horn it's actually a tusk. It's actually one of their teeth that's modified, and as it grows from their mouth
Yeah,
out
yeah,
through the
yeah.
top
Wes,
of their
we get it. You know
skull.
stuff.
That's a real thing,
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
right?
Well,
But
I
if
mean-
it were a lightsaber, you would think it would be retractable. Kim Howard, hey, how you doing? You joined at just the right time.
Just the right time. We're talking about
Well, lightsabers.
horny things.
Okay,
so that didn't come out
so,
So that
Keith,
didn't come out right. No, the
Keith from
the
last
narwhal.
week is joining your show.
Who?
Keith from last week is joining your show.
Yeah,
Joining
so
the
Keith
show.
from last week is joining the show, and okay, so that's what
Yeah, that's
the world
couch
went
sport.
sideways on me. All right, the world went sideways. So I had this thing all set up like 5:30 this afternoon, and right after I got done with work, came out here, set it all up just for me to do it, and told Keith, I was like, hey, I'm doing it out back so I can have a cigar while I'm doing the show tonight. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll pop in from time to time. And I text him like, or you can bail on that and just come
Right.
join me.
Exactly.
Well, he called or texted me a little bit later, says, well, we just won because of forfeit. So the other team forfeited or didn't show up or whatever.
Right.
And so they won and that they were done. So he's like, I'm on my way. So that went from and my normal setup is relatively simple. This is a USB-C mic. It plugs right in and a camera plugs in. Well, now I've got a soundboard down here on the
Right.
floor. I had to get a different
Complicates
computer
things.
because I couldn't find the cables because my other computer doesn't have enough USB type A ports on it. And the USB type A hub I have is a USB 2.0, not a 3.0, which
Right.
means that camera is not compatible with it.
So, David,
And
are you starting to appreciate all the things that I have to do every time we set
I
this
always
stuff up?
appreciate all the things you have to do. And I did it. My daughter was out here climbing around and playing with the mics and everything as I was getting everything set up. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So, and that's why we were late.
hilarious. So when is Keith joining? Is he? He's on his way now.
He's on his way now.
You gonna have cigars when he gets there?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got my cigars right here. Let's see. Oh, what are we doing tonight? Let's see. Oh, now it's gonna be
Did
what
you
are we
actually check
smoking?
we have an agenda. We could
I
just talk
did- I
about
did
cigars
see
and
the
bourbon all
agenda.
night.
I did see the agenda, and I liked it. I figured I could do that while smoking a cigar.
I was say, had I known, we could have just talked about cigars and bourbon all night. That could be the agenda.
So let's see here. What's in this? This is my little travel humidor. If you are into cigars whatsoever, this little doodad is on Amazon for like, I don't know, $80 or something. And it comes with a lighter. And now this is gonna piss me off because the TSA stole my lighter. They are thieves.
PSA.
Taxation is theft and stealing my damn lighter is theft, TSA. But I bought another one to put in the thing here, bitching and moaning the whole time.
Of course.
And it comes with a straight cutter. Actually, I think you can order a V as well. But
Yeah.
I picked this.
Nice.
But if you are into cigars at all, man, this is almost a must-have. Everybody
But
who
with the
sees it-
zipper, does that hold in the humidity very well?
Yeah, it does. It does. So I always keep 2 Boveda packs in here. I keep
Mhm.
a small 72 because it has a pouch for the
Explain what that is. By the way.
Okay, so a Boveda pack, you use these on cigars and other places you want to regulate humidity, but I use them on this and with my acoustic guitar. But it will put moisture in or take moisture out of the area
Mhm.
to the percentage that's marked on the pack, within reason, within
Right.
a margin of error. But I do travel with it a lot. It doesn't just sit around at my house. Every time I go out anywhere, this thing is usually with
Every
me.
time you've come into town, you have
Yeah.
this thing with you. Whether we're at a bar or any place, you
Yep.
always have it with you. It's true.
I have it with me. Cigars will open a lot of doors for you. A lot of freaking doors for you. So I carry the small pack that goes in there, and then I just put the bigger pack in there because again, I open it and it's out and about. But as far as the cigars go, I got my absolute favorite, which is the Drew Estate M81 Blackened. This is the collaboration with Metallica.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one. Nice.
This is the one I'm thinking about smoking tonight. It's kind of got a little bit of damage on the outer wrapper, but that was my fault. I closed it in a drawer. But this is the Monte Cristo New York Connoisseur edition.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
And I'm debating, that's the one I think I'm gonna go with, but then I'll have a Plasencia here, Alma Fuente, the octagonal box press.
And that is a cool box press. I would love to see how they the presses where they store those things. That's incredible.
Yeah, where they
That's
make
awesome.
these. So this I had a guy, a buddy, give me a whole box.
Mhm.
A whole box as a
Wow.
gift. So this is a gifted cigar right here. The other ones I actually bought. Actually, no, I think that Monte Cristo might be a gift as well. But
Yes. Yeah. So David, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? Well, in preparation for tonight, I brought out the Colonel E.H. Taylor.
Of course. Nice.
And because I killed it last week, from what I can recall of the show, another bottle of Eagle Rare.
Dude, and you find I can't believe you find all that like in shops. The shops that I go to here in Ohio have nothing good.
Nothing.
I need to buy more tin cup, by the way.
Yes.
So that's what you're drinking tonight?
Well, what's left of it?
What's left of it? You need more. You better go upstairs and get something else up
Yeah,
there.
I've got tin cup in there too.
And see,
I've got tin cup and the 10 years. So what are you drinking over there, West?
so you know what? I thought I'd go a little something different tonight. I'm drinking scotch. I love scotch. Scotch. So
I'm not a big fan of scotch. Which one you got there?
It's a good change of pace. I love the tin cup. I love a bourbon, but there's something about like a really peaty old scotch that it's just relaxing. You just sit back and just hang out. It's not something to go get wild on. It's something you just sit back and relax with. You just sip on it.
Yeah, you're like, which reactor did this flow out of?
You are never allowed to drink my scotch. No.
Matt, you and I are agreeing on something. I'm not a fan of scotch. I just give me bourbon. Just give me bourbon.
I like a bourbon, but I like both. I like a scotch sometimes, I like a bourbon sometimes. I swing both ways. AC/DC.
I don't think that's. Never mind. Okay.
Oh yeah. It goes both ways.
Wait. What is it we always say? Your wife is a lucky lady.
She is a lucky lady. She is.
Because I didn't have this set up yet. This is what
wife.
Keeps track of the show, so I need to get it going.
So David, next time you're in town, we need to do the show from the back of from the private room at La Chavetta. That's where we need to go.
Dear Lord, you were just talking about swinging both ways. I didn't know where you were going with that.
From the private room at the play
from the
at
back.
La Chavetta, they have the private rooms in the back that nobody ever uses. They have like memberships available, but they're always empty every time we go there. So we need to do a show from the back of there sometime. Yeah,
that would be cool. Underdog Journey, live show. Make sure me volume's all the way down.
Making sure we're live.
Is there any way we could have?
Well, it's how I keep track of the comments and everything.
Thunderbolt tank killer jet.
Is there any chance we could hire a jet?
Yeah, an A10 Thunderbolt.
Like rent, like
Jolt.
David, do you know anybody who?
That's a Thunderbolt. That's a Warthog.
Yeah, well, A10s are Warthogs.
Yeah. Do you have a vintage airplane guy?
They're still live, man. Those things.
Well, I don't think but we're not going to be able to rent like a new one.
I would like to see where you're panning over this beautiful fall leaf scenery, and then have an A10 just come down and just blow the hell out of it.
If you got an airplane guy, if anybody out there watching or listening has an airplane guy, let us know.
I have an airplane guy, but I don't. I mean, I have a couple of airplane guys, but I don't have a A10 Warthog mowing down the beautiful fall foliage guy.
A10 Warthog guy.
See, now I thought
you
were connected.
You're letting us down, David. Come on.
I suppose so. See, my daughter's now trying to sneak in on the other side and scare me. She's terrible. She tried to do this a little bit ago too. Hey Pip, why don't you just join us over here until Keith gets here?
There you go. Yeah, give her a cigar, give her a bourbon.
Yeah. What bourbon you want? I got an Eagle Rare and E.H. Taylor.
Hey, did you hear about KFC's Taylor Swift special? 2 bony thighs, 2 small breasts, and a left wing.
I don't. I don't understand this joke.
It's on Facebook. It's a meme.
There,
Oh.
it's a meme. Yeah, it's a
Oh.
Taylor Swift thing. I think.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, hey, there's somebody in my driveway. There's Keith.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now Pip's
All
not
right.
welcome.
I texted him. I told him to pick up a bourbon glass on the way through. I did not have time.
So
Hey, Penny,
yeah,
will you
so
grab one of the bourbon glasses out of this cabinet right here?
apparently Taylor Swift
one's in the sunroom.
put out a like a documentary about one of her concerts in theaters, and it's
Who
like
did?
the highest grossing theater debut of the entire year. Like it beat out like big budget like
Yeah,
actual
she's
movies.
Crazy influential.
It's
which is
insane
scary.
how much money
Who?
and influence that lady has.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
bonkers. And she's not even human. That's the funny thing. She's
and
absolutely
a
one of the lizard people.
Oh, nice.
everybody knows that.
It's good to see lizard people getting ahead.
It's it's true. It's
Hey,
true.
what's this mean when
They don't get enough.
When you click on something and it goes to one of these screens?
I'm afraid.
When you go to one
That's
of
fine,
those
okay.
screens, you click on a link and it pulls you to one of those screens.
Oh, well, this is a holding page for the URL.
Yeah.
So you went to
Yeah, don't click on anything else there,
small
man.
hyphen
Back away.
pooldesigns.xyz.
Yeah, I guess
First of all,
so.
why you go in this URL?
Well, it was on Facebook.
Penny.
Yeah, this is a holding page, and chances are you shouldn't. This actually goes into our topic today. Don't click on random URLs you see on Facebook.
Yeah, that actually does fit very well.
No, I did
That
not
fits very
think
well.
that Facebook was safe.
Hey, John Calendar's watching.
Yeah, we're going to talk tonight about what not to click on, Matt. So that was actually a really good segue.
Oh, now my-
Yeah, there's your heads.
my iPad-
There's your headset. Oh, you got a glass. Okay, here, Penny. Oh, dear Lord, I touched the thing again.
I think it's just you. I think you
Yeah.
stroked out and peed your
Hey,
pants.
Matt, look. Should I click on this random?
All right, you got
That's
Ice
not
Cube
right.
here.
Yeah.
Ice T's at his house.
Hey, Keith, how's it going, man?
It is going good. And you?
Okay, so
Oh,
you
I
can
even
adjust
got
that mic and get yourself
I have
settled
my
in there.
own mic. I don't have to like.
Well, we're
sit
trying to
behind-
do a thing here.
No, you don't have to sit on my lap or anything.
I mean, you can if you want to. We might get better viewership if you did.
Better view.
That was
No,
kind of a-
no.
that
Wes
kind
was
of
the
a
one
poke.
talking a little bit ago about swinging both ways.
That was kind of a poke.
No, you're not sitting on my
no,
lap.
no,
and then
no.
We're not going to talk about sitting on somebody's lap and then immediately going into it. It's kind of a
No, I
poke.
said I don't want to sit behind you. And I said, that was kind of-
A poke at Matt back there
This keeps
sitting in the
getting worse.
background
This keeps
with no
getting worse.
mic. Okay.
So how is Matt doing?
Matt, Keith wants to know how you're doing.
Oh, I'm doing.
Yep, careful of this right
No,
here.
I didn't. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
I want to blow up a forest.
Stevie Evans is watching. He's very
That'll work.
concerned, you guys. He's very concerned.
Go out there.
I'm an AV guy. I can just go like this.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
Oh,
He's got any context with the A10 warthogs.
Tighten the nut.
Anywho,
Right here.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Bum. Kim Howard says
And
she watched that.
Yeah.
You're not going to. No.
Wait, is this a family show?
No.
Not
Dude,
anymore.
what? It's stripped.
Family.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to do it.
Man, I'll be all right.
We'll get some new fittings for that thing.
I'll
All
be
right.
I'll be all right.
Okay. So there we go. We got it.
John Calendar says, "What did he miss? Why are you in a secret bunker?" So apparently, John, David's been watching a lot of old Art Bell episodes, and he's in a secret bunker in the desert somewhere.
I gotta
Yeah.
get you a new
If you remember
microphone
Art Bell.
stand. It's ridiculous.
That's actually my old one.
Yeah.
That's the old
I can-
microphone
I can
stand.
tell. There we go.
Okay, and you're gonna need to tighten that guy up
We
there
should
to
be,
hold
but
it. Plus,
my
this right
current
here is
wife
rough.
would, no
So I'm
longer-
thinking about like JB welding the whole damn thing together. Just saying, forget it.
Just set it up for where you are outside. Yeah. See, this is all.
Yeah. So I didn't even know that was a problem.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
everybody
not-
watching and listening, this is the sort of thing that we typically do for the first half hour before the show. So
Right, but somebody had to like win by forfeit tonight, and otherwise I'd still be in the arena. There we go.
what was the game you guys were going to play?
We were going to play Valorant tonight, and I feel for our opponents. I can I say?
Did they just not show? Like, what was the deal?
No, we're supposed to play Lackawanna College, and unfortunately, they only have 5 people on their team, and one of their team members either had a power outage or had a problem at home and couldn't get on for the match. And they asked if they could reschedule. Unfortunately, they asked 2 minutes after the match was supposed to have started, and I said no.
Man.
I said we'll give you an extra 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
to see how they do. And they said we're trying to get a hold of him, but we don't think he's gonna be able to play. I'm like, I'm sorry. I said I've got, my team was here ready to go at 7:00.
Right.
Had a sub. We're ready to stream. We're ready to go. And I've got matches, the rest of the week in the arena, so I really can't reschedule. And finally, their admin said, no, we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry,
you
but
gave
you
him.
could do it if you can't
Sorry,
do
man.
anymore.
I gotta go have cigars and bourbon, man.
Oh,
I gotta
speaking of
go
which,
It's all about priorities. I get it.
what are we doing?
I think I'm gonna do a Don Carlos.
A Don Carlo. You gotta say it.
Don
Say it.
Carlos.
So this is my travel, and this is not out of the norm. Oh, you got the Calabay with you. Okay, nice.
His own
First one.
cigars?
He brought his own
You
travel
bring your
humidor.
own stuff to Dave's?
That's right. Bring an
He
empty
told me
humidor
that,
to
and I'm-
Dave's.
And I'm actually eyeing the Colonel E.H. Taylor he's got over there. So
Yeah. What do we? That's what we're drinking, right? Or have we poured you yet?
no, I'm looking at an ice cube.
Oh,
So
you're looking at an ice cube. We got to fix this.
I got a Don Carlos.
Okay. Oh shit. There we
John
go.
Calendar says he misses Red Alert 2 online battles. Best 500 hours of his teens.
Yeah, there's several games. Tomorrow night we play Rainbow Six Siege, and the kids said, you actually know about this game? And I said, yeah, I do. And they said, how many hours you got in? I said, I got a few. I said, I finished, platinum level a couple of seasons. And I looked, I was like, oh yeah, I got a few hours in. And they're like, how many? I go 480.
Just a couple.
So
Just a few.
it was sorry about the cellophane, but
Yeah.
I am actually, I should have given this to you. Nice square pyramid.
I almost went back to the black, and I'm like, you know what? I actually just said earlier that I was going to do one of the other two, and then I always just grab the black.
This is
grab
reflex.
that Monte Cristo.
I want to, yeah, I'm gonna do the Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo.
So it's got a damaged wrapper, but I owe that fault to myself.
Well, see, Matt and I feel left out now. We should be smoking cigars.
Yeah, but your wife.
I almost brought my
It's
pipe
true.
out here that you gave me.
Matt, okay, here's what we can do. You guys wait. We're going to break down all of our equipment, set it all back up outside while the camera's rolling. So you guys can see us setting it all up.
That's
And then
exactly
we'll
right.
light, then we'll light the cigars outside.
That's fun stuff.
That sounds like a great idea.
Now see if
I like
Keith
that.
has, is it Keith?
Yeah.
See if Keith has access to an A10 Warthog in his world.
Keith, do you have a military aircraft guy that we can
blow up
borrow
forest.
a A10 Warthog?
Not an A10 Warhog. I think right now we're flying drones out of the 174th.
There you go.
But I did actually go to college with one of the kids that was flying the F-14s when they were here.
That's pretty cool.
Can he blow up a forest?
Can he blow up a forest?
Like a Forrest Gump, or
like
like
a
bunch of
a
wooded area.
full of cute little woodland creatures.
With leaves, the pretty leaves. We want to blow up the leaves.
Matt wants to blow up a leaf.
So for some reason,
I don't know.
he has declared war on Vermont and the beautiful foliage that exists there. I don't. It's
They
bad.
have the best maple syrup there.
We don't want to hit the maple trees.
I picked up a hitchhiker. up
Actually, I
there
think
once.
he
don't
should probably blow up most of Maryland.
I was thinking
Uh,
more along
I was
Dublin.
I was just reading something about the educational system in Baltimore. In
Dude,
Baltimore,
we
Is
can
there
hear
still
that, dude. That lighter is.
Is there
Pumping.
still an educational system in Baltimore?
dude, barely. So apparently, this past year, there was
feel like I-
0% proficiency in mathematics.
Get the hell out.
You know,
High school
I
students.
didn't get deep into
0%.
it, but I read the headline and like 3 lines of the article, and I got taken off onto something else.
Right.
But I did see that. I'm like,
And they
holy
only-
mo-
They also have a like a 14% graduation rate.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
that's bad.
believe that.
Like,
I believe that. My boss, actually, her brother works for the Baltimore school system
Oof.
as a teacher, and I went, "You're lucky you don't get paid on your raises based on merit, do you?"
yeah.
Right.
They need to switch to commission based pay for those teachers.
0%. That there's a flaw in the system in the surveying stuff.
It's
Mathematically, there's
it's
gotta be
standardized.
one
It
person.
goes by standardized testing results.
There's got to be at least one person who passed.
You wouldn't think they'd have like one kid from an Asian country.
There's
Oh my god.
something wrong with their testing.
I didn't say Asian
good-
kids. I
they're
said
good
one kid from an
What
Asian
the
country.
hell, man?
Look. Go where the statistics take you. That's all I'm saying.
We're no.
So you're saying people from those regions of the world are bad at math? I say they're probably really good.
They work very hard, David.
I'm
They
just
do. They
saying we're
practice.
no-
And you know what it
Point it
comes
out.
down to? It comes down to family culture. man, parents in those
I-
families will
They
rip them a
care.
new one if they don't
They care, Dave.
don't do their homework. That's a real thing.
Oh, trust me, I like watching the videos.
Ooh.
The guy who does the food truck. Oh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head now.
Out in the West Coast?
No, the little Asian kid who does the food truck, and then his cousin or something like that's a doctor, and it's an ongoing thing.
Well, David, you said Asian kid. I didn't say Asian kid. I said kid from an Asian country.
Dave, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
There could have been a Caucasian kid from an Asian country who comes over and does great
There
math.
could have
Think
been.
about it.
There could have been.
This is actually pretty remarkable.
E.H. Taylor's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of E.H. Taylor. That's actually the well,
Good
with
luck
the
with
exception of the Stag. With the exception of Stag, the E.H. Taylor's been my hardest one to get a hold of.
Man.
Okay. All right. So it's getting weird. You got him back here making comments. Got
Yeah, tell
me
him
making
not to
inappropriate
talk when I'm
comments.
talking.
It's true. It's true. We're all talking at the same time. It's a great show to
Well,
watch and listen to. But
So,
I really
you
want one of
know,
those cigars
Matt,
now.
where's your mic? My guest has a mic
And a
That's
headset.
true.
and a
I can
headset.
hear everything.
Move west.
Good point. Good. It is. It is. I should provide you with a
Yes,
mic.
you should.
Maybe you shouldn't.
See, and that's why Keith has a
It's
mic.
all good.
That's why. Keith
So
has a mic.
I think this is gonna be great. Having four of us on here, I actually really do wish Matt had a mic for tonight.
We could do like the secret.
Tonight's secret word is booger.
Tonight's,
Booger.
we have
If
actually
anybody
thought about
says
that.
Booger. West will give you a prize.
So
No, I won't.
we have thought about
It'll
putting
be Matt,
challenges,
but you know.
putting challenges out there to see how many quotes from a specific movie we can get in a single night, or if we can work this ridiculously obscure word into the podcast somehow. We've talked about it.
We've talked about it. It doesn't go far, but we've talked about it.
Yeah.
I could definitely help with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So, but having all four of us on here and interactive with the topic tonight, which is identifying
jet
and
engine over
staying
here.
the hell away from social media scams, which we watched Matt back there click on a link, take him to a landing
He
page.
literally went to a landing. He's like, "What does it mean when I get landing pages that look like this?" Well, first of all, you got lucky because it was a holding page. It was just a holding
Right.
page. Like there was nothing there.
Right.
But they put outside URLs in these things to get you to click through.
Yep.
And then it scrapes your information, and that's how they steal your data.
Oh, man.
It's the real thing. So
So you could go online right now, and this goes along with our topic. You can go online right now, and you can buy these. It comes in a pack of 12. These little USB sticks that you can just stick in to any plug
Mhm.
that's any USB, any 5-volt power source, right?
Yeah.
And create a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Mhm.
You can name it whatever you want.
yeah,
Inside that device, you can have it. When people log on, they got to access the internet. They log through this router with their Facebook credentials
Mhm.
or their Instagram credentials, and then you just pull it up and it logs every single thing that you do.
everything.
And you can buy these things. You can buy these things. It's not very expensive.
No, you can. I mean, you can choose your phone's hotspot technically and name it Columbus International Airport, or whatever shopping mall happens to be nearby. And you know what? Most people won't log in, but those few couple idiots who do, guess what? You have all their information, and that's not even on my list.
I
How did
killed the
that-
rapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Killed
what
the
got
rap.
me thinking about this is every time I post
I think
something.
I'll send to you.
Try one of those.
I'll try this. Okay.
Oh, what do you
Go
got
ahead.
coming
Go
up?
ahead. We're having a side conversation.
Yes,
here
I'm
about
jealous. I want
ahead.
a cigar too. You need to go upstairs and yell at my
Yeah.
wife.
My
Well,
rapper's
his
a little
is,
too damaged on my the New York connoisseur.
And that's too
That's
bad
my
because
fault.
that's a beautiful
It's a
cigar.
great cigar, and it's a box press cigar too.
I know.
I love box.
I would have
press
given
cigars.
you this one, but because this is a box press. But
We're good. Is this a punch cut or?
I do a perfect here.
Okay, I've got that over here.
You
Oh,
got
you got it.
Oh.
So everybody's got to be very entertained.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
a perfect cut cigar.
So explain.
We talked
Okay,
about
so
the beat cut. We've talked about the punch cut. The perfect cut cigar has a back on it. You can't see
Yep.
through it to stop you from going too deep into the cap.
right, that's actually a real problem because on the end of the cigar, there's a cap, and you're just supposed to like just trim the cap. Most people cut too deep; they cut off the whole cap, and the wrapper starts unraveling
I have
halfway
a
through the smoke.
It's
a real thing.
That cigar with bourbon.
Okay,
It's got some sweet
True.
notes to it.
I actually prefer a V cut myself,
So
but that's just me.
that's That's what I got right here. This is my Lotus V cut right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't see it. I'm holding it up
This
like you
is
guys
my-
can see what the hell I got. It's V cut. And then on the bottom of my lighter is my punch.
My
See,
OCC.
I also like these cutters here. So this cutter, if you notice, it's actually got this blade. It's like a super, super sharp blade. And this thing's like razor sharp. Have you seen these?
Yeah, I thought about buying one, and I'm like, man, I drink too much bourbon with
Right.
my cigars. I'm going to either end up with no thumb or recircumcised.
Yeah.
One of the two. I
you're
don't.
gonna be
Something
offering-
bad's gonna happen.
you're gonna
So
be
this is from a
offering-
company called Le Fines Le Mes, a French company. So don't hold that against them. But this thing, honestly,
That already smells delicious.
this will cut through literally anything. One of the reasons I got this is because I also, smoke a pipe, and when you get some pipe tobacco, you actually need to trim it up. It'll come in like a cake or a rope, and you need to trim it up so it works for both cigars and for pipes. But these are great cutters as well. Expensive as crap. I actually was gifted this by a shop when I was doing my pipe channel. I need to get back to doing that.
You need to get back on that, man. Because I got the people over at Park Lane over in Albany.
Mhm.
They want to talk to you so bad. They want to get on
Well,
your
you
show
didn't tell
so
me
bad,
that.
man.
So
They need oil.
but it's funny, I've actually gained like 350 subscribers just by not doing videos. I've gained more subscribers quicker.
So
than
we should
not doing
take like a
videos.
couple months off of the Underdog journey to see what happens.
No. My
Yeah.
kids are starting to follow you now.
Oh, good.
That's. I had one of my.
They
one of my
should
stars
follow
come
us.
in and said, "I watched that podcast. It was great." I'm like, yeah. I said, "Did you?" Well, I mostly listened to you. So, but yeah, she was enthralled with it. And I said, "Well, I'm gonna throw the idea of maybe cross-referencing them on the stream."
There you go. Yeah, we
Viewers.
need to, Keith. We need to do a stream, where we actually stream your team playing, and we'll David and I will commentate.
I'll say, yeah,
Ridiculously, by the
Oh
way.
yes, I brought that up to them, and they were like, "Oh my god, that'd be hilarious! They'd probably get like 1 million viewers."
Oh,
Let's-
They want to do it.
At
I said,
least.
"So you're okay with having two guys who know nothing about League of Legends do the League
Nothing.
of Legends stream?"
We
And
have
they're
absolutely
like,
nothing.
"Yeah, that'd be great." I'm like, "Okay."
Let's make this
So
happen.
we'll set it up. Either that or a Rainbow Six for. Well, let's see. Who can we do? We could do Valorant on Thursday nights. Rainbow Six on Fridays. Overwatch is on Wednesday, and League of Legends is on Saturday.
Yeah, let's make
Okay.
it happen. Look, rainbows are beautiful, and I think it sounds like a fun game. I wish you guys would play something more violent, but it sounds really cute.
Trust me, it is. They aim for headshots. So
Rainbows don't do headshots. They do brownies.
rainbows don't.
I don't
do
know. This is I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
hell?
I'm
I don't
just
know.
that.
I don't know what that means. So we're gonna move on. John Calendar says, "Whatever happened with bourbon chats?"
It's called Bourbon Chats, and I do have it, and there is plans, but there's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. So,
David's been a busy boy.
yeah, I'm busy.
Got a few things going
I'm
on.
busy.
Got a couple
I
things.
actually had to work out some meetings because I was going to be drug off to Buffalo tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning.
Kicking and fighting, I hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind Buffalo, and I like the people I'm going with, but I'm changing positions here soon. And then one of my
Missionary
clients,
to doggy.
one of my clients was like, "You're leaving end of next week." Yeah, so I got to go back to New York City Sunday
New
night
York
and be
City.
there. I knew he's gonna do it every time. So I go back to New York City. So as soon as I found out I had to go to New York, and I live in New York, but when I've had to go to New York City, I'm like, oh, I got to get out of Buffalo, because if anybody knows the geography of New York,
Yeah.
it'd been Friday and Saturday in Buffalo, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in New York City.
New York
No.
City.
There you go.
There we go. Good.
He had
good
to
man.
go back to New York City. He had no choice. He had to go hang out in New York City.
What an awful place.
I feel bad for you, David.
Why would you want
I got to go to a fish market, bro. It's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna do some cool stuff, but what I have to be there for is not fun.
He has
If
to go
you're
get his
going-
monocle refitted.
Have to go to Pike, up in Seattle.
Okay.
Pike Market.
Okay. In Seattle,
Yes.
like Washington.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous up there.
So
And,
so
they'll
before
throw
we
a
get
fish
too
at
far about fishing, what the hell am I smoking? Because this is awesome.
you. It's an El Rabo. I won a 5-pack of these as a
Okay.
trick or treat. Mm.
Okay. El Rabo.
El Rabo del Toro.
El
That's a good
Rabo
one.
del Toro. I gotta tell
Some
you,
sweet caramel
it
notes. and
smells like a cigar and tastes like a cigar. I love
you
it.
want to know the best part about it? I paid like double what I should have, because I took a chance and I just picked the number. I won that 5-pack, and I found them online for $30 for 5 cigars.
Oh.
So I'm going to be ordering them direct.
So you
from
had the Opus
manufacturer.
X, right? You had the Opus X. You did the Opus
I
X
did that
Forbidden
last night
for your birthday. Oh yeah. By the way, yesterday was Keith's birthday. So happy birthday,
Keith,
Keith.
happy birthday.
56 times around the sun.
Nice. We'll drink to that.
I'll drink to anything right now.
He's got a cooler
So-
life than me.
Age is just a number. The number of times you've been around the sun.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a finite number on the end. It's really just 1 year closer to death.
Right.
I got
Well,
and
yeah.
I'm
I got
okay with that
bump.
because it's peace.
Yeah.
That's right.
There, look.
Yes.
Somebody asked a question and said, "What's the number one cause of divorce?" And I said, "Marriage."
I seen that.
That's
I
Did
see
you
that.
like that response?
Didn't it?
Yeah, I did see that response.
That's why they're ignoring us.
I know. Well, we're just
55% of marriages end in divorce, but 100% of divorces are caused by marriage.
Indeed.
That's a fair
Well, no-
point. I'll tell my current wife that.
See?
100%.
Matt, your phone's flashing you back there, bud.
It's true. Well, I was reading something that talks about the pool on the Titanic. The actual pool on the Titanic is still to this day filled with water.
I know. They knew how to make them back then.
Yeah, it didn't leak at all after all this time.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a good show.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Wes Carnahan.
It's a good
Hey,
show, isn't it?
Stevie Evans is watching. Is there anything going on?
Yeah,
in the
he's
comments?
been watching. I called it out earlier. He was laughing at you guys.
He must have popped off and he came back, but he's back now. So
Maybe he
Stevie,
popped
okay,
off
so
the
I don't know if
pop-off.
anybody's following, but Stevie Evans had just a wicked awesome review. I don't know if it was Amazon or where he got it from.
Yeah,
But
his products get good reviews.
Yeah, it was there, and they're like, it lands on the pricey side, but it's worth it. Get what you pay for, kind of thing. And so my problem with it is I actually think his product's a little underpriced.
Yeah, he could easily raise his prices for as good as his products are. So for those of you who don't know, watching and listening, Stevie Evans makes pet.
Yeah. He's the
deodorant
founder
razors.
owner of
Big Bentley's Pet Supply. Yeah, Big Bentley's Pet Supply. So they have urine odor destroyers. They have sprays for like upholstery or bedding, and sprays to actually go on your pet. I mean, and they work really, really well. It's all bioenzymatic. It can go on carpet, can go on upholstery, can go on leather, and man, it's. We've seen photos, David. We've seen photos where I honestly thought it was a murder scene. Somebody put red mulch in the back of their car, and it got this red stuff all over the upholstery.
And interior, yeah.
Right. So it's not just for pets. It's good for all kinds of stains. And his stuff is really, really good. Stevie Evans has a great business. I'm super jealous.
I use it here. I buy it. Last I was like, you know what? I'm done with the little spray bottles he sells. I'm just buying it by the gallon.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm buying it by the gallon because I'm going to use it. Like my office floor is terrible. I made a stupid mistake thinking that I could fill all of the humidors and treat the wood, the Spanish cedars, which is actually a type of mahogany, not really cedar, but and do all that in my office without destroying the carpet.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong. So Stevie Evans has yet another challenge with Big Bentley's Pet Supplies, and his stain remover is wicked good stain remover.
Right.
Because now I got to go in there with my actual steam carpet cleaner thing, and I'm gonna clean the whole floor in there. And I'll do before and after pictures because when you done something and you're like, I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. I looked at what I did and was like, ooh, I messed up.
Yeah, Stevie. So I know you can get it at shopbigbentley.com, also on Amazon. But Stevie, there's a couple other stores where you can buy this stuff. Let us know what stores you're in. Put it in the chat or join in. I'll put it on here. But one thing we actually talked about was him putting his selling it in bulk, rather, to hotels and chains of places like that, because he could make tons of money doing that. I mean, all of these carpet cleaning companies and hotels who just need to buy this stuff by the 50-gallon drum. I mean,
yeah,
he could easily do that.
So how much money are we talking? What's a ton of money?
Well, let's say hypothetically he got a contract with, I don't know, Motel 6, and heaven knows Motel 6 probably has to clean their carpets once in a while. I'm just saying.
That was the first time I ran across a prostitute was in a Motel 6. I was doing that. Wait, maybe we'll clarify this.
Hold on.
I was doing the fire alarm inspection. I was doing the fire alarm inspection on a Motel 6 in Westerville, Ohio, of all places.
Is that what they call it these days, David?
And he ran one.
Yeah. I mean, it's what I was doing.
Well, he ran across her, not over her.
This is the first time he I'm sure Stevie's really happy with the fact that this story comes up just as we're talking about his product. By the way, you can buy it.
I mean, we talk about a murder scene with him too. So I
By the
mean,
way, you
really, he just hedges his bets when he comes up and talks to us. He's
It's
like,
true, Stevie. It's
I really love how great they talk about my product, but damn.
Stevie, it's your own fault at this point, really, I guess.
Has to be,
You can buy it at, according to Stevie, you can buy it at Feeder's Pet Supply in Georgetown, Kentucky, or Southern States Lexington Cooperative.
Is that it?
Stevie, you need to get out
Okay.
there, man. You could
For God's
sell this
sake,
stuff
So-
nationwide.
do it.
I was at Tractor
hang on.
Supply earlier.
Grassroot Pharmacy
I
in also
seen-
Lexington.
I seen I'm going to call it off-brand because it wasn't Big Bentley's, an off-brand urine destroyer, and I just looked at it and like turned up my nose, like I'm too good for that. I want the best. If I'm going to buy something, I want the best.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, we've seen some other things, and everybody has carpet. Everybody has stuff that they need to get clean, and everybody has something that they've stained. And I have never seen a product that does as good of a job of what it's supposed to freaking do
Right. I know.
as Bentley, as Big Bentley, the stain remover.
Wow.
And what's the girl's name? The girl's name at the lounge the other night. Fuck you,
Jimmy.
Fuck you, Jimmy. Okay, so I have no idea what this girl's
There's a
name
girl
is.
named Fuck You Jimmy? She
yeah,
had some
well,
messed
yes,
up parents, man.
Long story. Dave
Well,
will tell you sometime.
somebody almost caught her eyebrows on fire at the cigar lounge, and she said, "Fuck you, Jimmy."
She thought
So
the
anyway,
kid's
she
name
was
Jimmy, and
wearing
it wasn't.
she was wearing that like alpaca
Yeah.
fur type. Are you getting a beep over there? Is that you?
It's just text messages.
Oh, okay.
My assistant coach is still in the arena.
Oh,
The
okay.
team decided to stay in practice.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so anyway, she's there and she has this alpaca fur type.
And someone almost
Whatever.
lit her eyebrows on fire. David,
Yeah,
there are
that was a
stories
different time.
here.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. She said, "F you, Jimmy." Okay, so moving on. She had this alpaca thing on, and I was like, you know what? How does that smell? I mean, how bad is that after you leave a place like that? Because it looks like something that would really hold in some tobacco.
Was this the
odor.
prostitute that you ran over?
I was wondering that.
No.
No. So, no.
Just
So
sugar
what?
Right over that.
No. Okay, all right. No. This is
We're crossing
the girl and her
stories
husband
here,
were
We're
down at
conflating
the
stories
club.
here. Okay.
No. So I was talking to her and her husband about this jacket because it was something that would really hold a smell in really bad. So I promised her that I would bring her the bottle of the tobacco odor eliminator, and I was talking about it, and they are super interested in the Bentleys. I don't know if we'll call it Big Bentleys. I don't know if he's going to rebrand for that or not, but the tobacco odor eliminator from Big Bentleys. So they're super stoked. So I'm gonna push that out there too to start getting a drive, a demand for that product, because I gotta tell you, I don't think you've tried it yet, but
No.
that stuff is awesome. West, have you tried it? I know I gave you a bottle.
I have
you
it.
said it-
It's I
I
have.
gave you a
It's
bottle.
really good. So, do you remember the time last winter when you, Klaus, and
Yes.
I were in my
Yes.
Jeep because they wouldn't let us smoke cigars in the sort of outdoor area of our local bar, right?
Yeah, Chubby's, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we were all in my Jeep with the windows rolled up because it was freezing cold outside, and we're all basically just hotboxing our cigars, trying to stay
Hot box
warm.
cigars.
And man, for weeks, my Jeep smelled just like the inside of an ashtray for weeks. And then I sprayed some of this stuff, and it was a powerful smell. So it didn't 100% take it out. It took a couple different spritzes over a couple of days, but it worked like a charm.
Because
It was
of
great.
ventilation.
Yeah. So I like the
No, it was in the
little Boston Scally caps.
Thick. Yeah.
And those hats, while I love the hats, they actually hold the smoke odor really, really badly. And I got to hit it twice, but after I hit it twice, in order to smell the smoke in it, I mean, you got to have your face just buried into it and really take in a deep breath and try to, and you have to be trying to smell it in order to smell it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
Stevie, you're doing some kick-ass stuff over there, bud. Just some kick-ass stuff,
Oh,
man.
He's only in 3 stores.
No, he said he's in a lot more. He's not going to name them all.
Oh,
He
God,
put that in the
no,
comments.
makes me feel bad.
And Stevie and I have talked about this. He has like little 2-ounce bottles of this stuff. I picture like little 12 packs or 10 packs of these 2-ounce bottles sitting on the counter by the cash register of every cigar shop in America. Like, people would buy this stuff up.
Yeah, because nobody wants their wife to see how bad they smell.
Well, right. That's the thing. Every dude sitting in there wants to, give himself a quick spritz before they go back and see their wife and kids. Or lady of the evening whose alpaca jacket also smells like body odor.
What was it?
Yeah.
F.U.
Jimmy.
F.U. Jimmy.
I will say that jacket was really soft because at the end of the night she came up and gave me a big hug.
She did not give me a hug.
No, she didn't. You were like drunk.
I was
David
celebrating.
drunk at a cigar lounge? I refuse to believe it. I've never heard of something. That never happens.
Celebrating.
So Keith actually drove me home. Drove me to we went to another pub.
Yeah, we went for wings.
We went for wings.
Eagle
We went and got
Tavern,
wings, and then we
but
went to
they
his
were
spot
closed.
and chilled outside.
And we went to
No.
Ben Zone.
Oh yeah, with this spot. Yeah, the restaurant was. I forgot about that place. It's cool. Some random person bought me a shot while I was in there.
Yeah. Everybody in West Virginia and Southern Ohio.
Yeah.
He's related to all of them.
Yeah. Well,
That is not cool.
Mike's dad.
That is not cool. That is racist, and you know it.
Are people from Southern Ohio and West Virginia a singular race then? I mean, if you're all related, I guess you would be.
We are called Appalachians.
It depends on how many names are in the phone book.
There's like 3.
Well, there's 5,000 first names, but only like 4.
Yeah, 4.
No.
There's 3 or 4 last names.
So I was
a single piece of paper.
So I was making fun of this guy, and we were making some jokes, this, that, and the other. I was actually at my old company, and we're in an all-in meeting. Literally, everybody's there, and I make a joke about because he's from Alabama, and I make a brother-sister joke about Alabama, and he doesn't miss a beat. He goes, "Where were you from, Dave?" My head drops.
Yeah.
I stand up. I walk over to him, and I give him the best high five of ever because I mean that was to be nobody could have timed it more perfect than that. It was absolutely perfect. It was great. I love it when somebody can really, really get one back at me. It's great.
I've got them every state.
Yes. All right. So we actually do have a topic tonight.
We kind of do. We're only an hour in. We're still
good.
good. We're still good. So what got me thinking about this is, so I don't go on Facebook really for personal stuff anymore. I'm kind of over it. But I do go on there for my business, which is Underdog Plus. Go to underdogplus.com to pick up some delicious peanut butter bones for your dog. Got more flavors coming out soon. But every time I make a post on there, it activates these bots who send me these scam messages, direct messages.
Bots activated.
And some of these things are really good. Check this out. So on Messenger, I mean, this is what they look like. So it has the Meta logo, Meta support, and it says, "Hello, we'd like to inform you that your page is about to be temporarily locked due to violation of our community standards."
Oh, no.
Yada, yada, yada. And they all kind of read about the same, but they look really legit. It has the logo. It has a link here that goes to, business pages support.web.app/confirmation in your account. So apparently to stop my account from being frozen and locked completely, I need to go and confirm all of my pages information, which probably includes login information, all that kind of stuff as well. But they make it look really legit. And I get a ton of these things. I got that one. And what happens if you let it sit for a couple of days, they basically delete their message and move on. But bots control all the stuff. I got this one looks like Joe Biden works for Business Suite, and he sent me the same one.
Bots are AI.
Joe Biden sent it to you, huh?
It looks like Joe Biden. It's basically an old.
First
old
of all, you can tell this is not Joe Biden because it's coherent.
But some of them,
boom,
and some of them do have some pretty serious typos, which is also a big call out. But,
okay, so I got to take a quick pause here.
Yeah,
there are typos in there for a specific reason. Do you understand that typo is there for a purpose?
Tell us.
Because if they don't put the typos in, it will get flagged automatically as a scam. They have to put the typos in.
In some cases, most of the reason there are typos is because English is not their first language. And, they'll get most of the words right.
It's not the wisest of languages.
There are certain things that they can't get right, like punctuation. They're really bad with punctuation, things like that. But
I'm
yeah,
really bad with punctuation.
So that's one of the reasons. That got me thinking about scams online. If I were, if my grandmother were starting a page, right, and starting an online business, she wanted to sell doilies online. I don't know. And she started getting messages like this. Guess what?
Guess what? Be a UFC presenter.
She would probably fall for this. I mean, older people, people who don't really understand how this stuff works, would probably fall for this because this URL looks legit. They don't understand that .web.app isn't necessarily a domain that you want to click through to.
Yeah.
And here's the funny. Now I didn't click through because you absolutely should not. But if I were to click through to this, it would probably look like an actual Meta support page. It would probably have their logo.
Ask you to
It would
in.
probably look really legitimate. And you'd go through all this whole thing. It might even have a chat where you can go in and actually chat with somebody who can walk you through this stuff. Now, chances are the person on the chat would be named Jeff and have an accent so thick you couldn't understand it. But you're not allowed to judge those things right now. In the
Hey,
world.
Jeff Leffingwell watches the show, and I guarantee you, he has an accent so thick you can't understand
I
it.
was
Wait,
actually
what
talking
you
about Jeff
saying?
Leffingwell.
What are you saying about the name Jeff?
I was talking about. I almost said Keith, and then I held back.
Well played.
So I get a ton of these things every time I make a post. So that got me thinking about some of the best and easiest to fall for scams that you're going to see on social media right now. So if we can get to some of those, basically,
I'm excited. I want to dig into them.
Here's the thing. So in the past year, 1 out of every 4 victims of fraud said that the scam started online, which is not surprising. Most people are online. Most people are on social media, and it's really easy to fall for these things, as you just saw. And over the last year, these schemes have cost more than $770 million, according to the FTC. So these scammers, I mean, it's big business. And these are just the ones
we're getting
reported.
close to $1 billion. $1 billion in those scams.
Right, and these are just the ones reported. I mean, think about all the stuff that not being reported, or scams that just haven't been identified yet. So it's got to be well over $1 billion. In fact, I have another stat here in just a second that we'll talk about, which a lot of people are falling for. That's worth a lot of money. So first of all, let's look at some of the scams that are out there. Some of the easiest ones that you're going to fall for, and you're going to see happening a lot, are fake profiles. People are going to make fake profiles for anything. I can make one right now that looks like you, David, and I could reach out to all of your contacts because all your friends are public, and I could say, hey, my other account got hacked. Follow my new account here, and they would probably know pretty quickly I'm not you based on how you are versus how I am. But grandma. Susie over there, who has friends who are probably a little gullible, will fall for it. And they'll strike up conversations, and they'll fall for this fake account.
What's crazy here, West, is you are the social media, email marketing. That's your world.
Yeah.
But you're never on.
Right, because
me, on the other hand,
I don't have time. I don't have time for memes and these silly videos of people making fun of things.
You know what I love the best? You know what I love the best? I love. This is the reason I can't give up Facebook. I can't do it. I love watching people go on vacation. I love it when they post their
vacation photos. You're the one person who likes looking at
it. So if your kid, and this is a true story, if your kid is a professional dancer with, that sounded weird. A dance team, like a dance team.
David, you're on a lot of watch lists right now. I got to tell you.
Well, I'm on a lot of watch lists. It's fine.
If your
I've
kid's
got
a professional
clearance.
dancer.
If your kid, I know a lady who has a daughter who does, she's a part of a dance squad, I guess. I don't know.
Dance.
I'm not down with the lingo, but whatever. She does the team dancing stuff. Okay. And they were down in Orlando, and they kept us going, and I was following every bit of it. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, if your kid's into something, I'm rooting for him. If you're proud of something, I'm freaking proud for it.
Sure.
I am all on it all the time. If I see it.
See, I think I've been on social media too long. No. I'm just too cynical about stuff like that. Like, my first instinct is everybody on my friends list, they don't care that my kid won the soccer game. They got their own lives to live. I got my own life to live. Let's live our own lives.
I have my life to live, and trust me, I'm living it. And I absolutely love watching other people be excited about stuff. I love it when people go on vacation, they post a wonderful sunset picture. You know how many sunset pictures I've seen? Freaking millions.
See, now I have to find a picture because my daughter was a competitive dancer.
But or any other things like when Matt posts pictures of some of the photos that he does, freaking love them.
Also, David brought up a good thing that Matt reminded me of. If you're going on vacation, don't post pictures of your vacation while you're on vacation, because that's another way that people will know that you're on vacation, and they'll come and pull a Home Alone on your
Yeah,
house.
that was a Super Bowl halftime commercial from which insurance agents does the Mayhem?
Oh,
Allstate.
Allstate.
Is it
Maybe
Allstate?
Allstate. Yeah.
Yeah, Allstate. So Allstate actually posted that, and I do agree with that. So I got a lot of people that'll
Try that
post pictures. How does she dance in that hat?
Well,
That's
she
bonkers.
didn't. She won that.
Oh, she won the hat after the
My
dance.
daughter was Miss Dance of the United States in 2014.
Oh,
you
okay. See, had I been friends with Keith back in 2014, I'd have been like.
There you go, Keith. That's
Yeah, but not love. You know, what are you gonna do?
They didn't have it back then.
Oh no,
Nah,
it was all free.
no, it was just like. That was it. You had a like. You had a like button.
so. Let's say hypothetically, I did clone David's Facebook page, and I claimed to be him. Right? I could then go and I could push out. Guess what? Malicious.
You know what?
Links.
You should try that.
I could go out and push malicious links to all your friends. And here's the funny thing: the link can actually link to someplace correct, but the link that I provide them, it filters through one of my URLs before it ever gets to the destination URL, right?
Yeah, it's called a redirect.
Yep.
I'm trying to word that in ways that people might not. You understand what that is. So,
tell me more, West.
so before you want to explain this, you can go ahead. You can do your thing.
I'm smoking a cigar.
All right.
Wishing I'd zip that thing up so my wind doesn't keep blowing the stuff around.
So before it redirects, basically it's passing through a URL that I create that scrapes all of their computer's information, right? So that's just one way that I can use a bad link to take your information. Just like the link that Matt clicked through on Facebook. Who knows how many it redirected through before it finally reached this holding page that had nothing on it of any value.
Any value at all.
Right. Little do they know that they have. What are they going to steal from you?
Yeah, well, nobody.
He's back here eating dog treats.
Yeah.
Literally.
Dude, all right, we have to stop right now.
Okay.
Where are we with pumpkin spice?
Well, okay,
Oh,
so I have 3 flavors right now that are awaiting approval from the Ohio Department of Agriculture. Actually, several departments of agriculture throughout the country. So as soon as they're approved, I can start selling them. It's probably going to be about another 30 days. Unfortunately, it takes forever. It took about 6 months of nagging a couple of different departments of agriculture to get final approval for the peanut butter that I have out right now. The problem is these departments, I mean, it feels like some of them kind of don't care. Other ones, it seems like they wait for like a large group. They need to be approved before they just go and do anything with them. And if I want to sell these on,
say they're waiting to see if they can get some insider trading from stock.
well,
But
if I want
I get what you're saying.
if I want to sell these things online, I need to get Department of Agriculture approval from each and every state that I'm going to sell in. So it is a pain in the neck. It's actually very, very complicated. It's actually a lot easier to sell human food than it is pet food. So it's a lot more complicated.
Hey, I ate a Sonic drive-through today. I guarantee you it's easier to get human food than it is to dog food.
It is.
Because what I ate today should not have been served to anybody.
Thank God David got it.
Yep.
Oh, so I went through. Okay, so my experience was bad. The whole thing was bad. Nothing was good about the experience. Nothing.
What was wrong with your Sonic?
All right,
What was wrong with your Sonic? Tell us what was wrong with your Sonic.
Is he back there eating dog treats? Is he eating the peanut butter?
Pumpkin spice.
He's eating the pumpkin spice.
Ew. No, I was gonna say you could send some peanut butter up this way, and if I ever come back on the show, I'll eat those.
Hey,
but
Well, so I've got.
David should have some.
Careful, we'll call it your
David probably
bluff.
has some.
you got it.
Because I don't have the peanut butter, but I've got apple.
You get the apple and the apple bacon.
and apple crisp in there.
Bacon?
I've got apple
You
bacon
had
and
me at
apple
bacon.
crisp. You had me at bacon.
I might. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
we've
see
got
how
the
drunk I
apple
get.
bacon. All right. So
Get it.
yeah, so John Callender was concerned that there may be 2 David Leffingwells in the world. So let's put
God,
that,
no, please.
that down. Yes, let's make sure that he is calmed down.
Well, another thing
But,
that John brought up that I really like. He says support scammer payback on YouTube. If you get a chance, go on YouTube
Yes.
and look for people who
Yes.
just
Love
screw with these scammers. And basically, they're hackers who sort of reverse hack into these scammers' computers, and they'll hack into their cameras and their systems, and they'll tell them exactly who they are and where they are in the world.
They'll do real
I
names. They'll
love
do their
watching
camera
those.
systems and everything. I love it.
Yeah, I love they're so cool. I love watching those guys.
It is great. It's yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you get a chance, watch, because it's entertaining.
it's so entertaining, and it's so funny because these guys lose their mind. So the people who kind of reverse hack into these guys' computers, they'll put on like voice synthesizers. They'll sound like a little old lady, and
Little old lady, yes.
they'll play
Love
along
it.
like they don't know what they're doing, and they'll press the wrong button, and it's hilarious.
These people start losing their
It
mind,
is so funny.
and then when they find out they've just been whacked,
Yeah.
they come unglued. I love it.
Oh,
it's
is your
so
IP
good.
address, young man?
It's
Yeah.
so good.
So
All right, so actually, this just happened
okay.
inside of the organization that I work for now,
Uh-oh.
where somebody spoofed the CFO's email
Ooh.
and just put XYZ name,
Yeah.
who's our CFO,
Yeah.
at 3 letters, like a deck, like
Mhm.
a collections type thing. AP hyphen blank company.com. And
People believed it.
people believed it, started doing stuff.
Right.
And they were rerouting ACH, which is automatic clearinghouse. That's how you pay, a lot of bills online and whatnot. It's automatic clearinghouse. And they were doing it. And then when people started questioning it, they would reply and then copy people like me in on it and go, is this for real? So then they would spoof my email address and say, oh yeah, this is real, coming from David.Leffingwell at AP hyphen.
Right. The domain
blank,
was just
blank.
a little bit off.
So domain, so it looked really. I mean, I was within 24 hours, I had to email out to all of my clients saying, "Don't fall for this stuff." And I showed them, the type of stuff to look for.
Yeah,
in the email.
So I've been in the email world for a long time, and it's super easy. So, and here's the problem, right? So one, they did it the easy way. The easy way is to get a domain that looks really similar. Like, let's say I want to spoof General Electric, right? I'll get the domain ge-techsupport.com. And then I can be anybody at the company at ge-techsupport.com. And I can look like that. And the hard part is when somebody spoofs the actual domain, which happens all the time as well. And it's a lot harder to track too. So they'll actually be, the CEO at ge.com. Like, that really happens. In fact, when I was at a previous company, somebody tried to spoof, and it was the easy domain one, spoof our CEO, and they emailed me asking me to get some gift cards from our company and send him the gift card numbers because he was going to send them to contacts or clients or whatever I forget the wording he used. And I was going on, I was talking to this guy for days because I just love screwing with him. And
I love messing with them. Isn't it great?
I knew it wasn't him. And I was like, all right, so can you give me the secret passcode? He's like, I don't have time for secret passcode. Just tell me this stuff. I'm like, all right, so you and I both know that I need the passcode. I know that you know this. I know you don't have time. If you can just say these words back to me. And I would just, and I think in the end, I actually got him to reply back with, gummy bears make my nipples hard or something like that. And it was hilarious. I wish I would have saved that whole conversation. It was so funny.
Yes. Oh, West, I'm sending you gummy bears, bro. I'm sending you gummy bears.
Look, it is a little chilly down here. It is a little chilly down here. I could use some gummy bears.
That is true.
All right.
That's going to be a passcode for somebody.
That's going to be a passcode for us now.
Somebody who's watching here is going to make that.
Yes.
Somebody
one of
a
their
new
passwords
password
for something.
Right.
Wait, no.
Oh my
Gummy bears make my nipples hard at 1 because you have the special character and the number.
Right.
Yep. And now they can hack into my bank account. That's my passcode.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is great. So you have actually had an experience, and I've done it too, where the person on the other end.
And here's the funny thing: if you ever run into one of these people, just screw with them. Waste their time. You're doing the world a favor by wasting their time and having fun at the same time.
When you said that, all I could think of was the scene in Spaceballs. What's the code for the airlock?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. That's the same code on my luggage.
No, I love
Somebody
it.
changed the code on my luggage. That's a code some idiot would have on his luggage. I remember. Oh,
Mel Brooks was a mess.
This is how good of a parent I am. I think I've actually said this on the show before. This is how good of a parent I am. That's my daughter's favorite movie.
I'm trying to get my son to watch it now. We can't get more than 5 minutes in, and my son says, "Dad, we have to watch this." And I'm like, yeah, you're not related
If
to me.
I were to watch Star Wars, so I have finished my Star Trek Next Generation. I've went through all 7 seasons, and so the daughter is very happy that she's done with that. But if I were to turn on Spaceballs,
oh my god,
she's gonna go make popcorn.
Yeah, that's
She's
it.
gonna go make popcorn. She can come over and watch Spaceballs.
I was at least hoping my son would get to the point where, again, he's 8, but I was hoping we'd at least get to the part where he's like, I'm surrounded by assholes. Because
Yeah,
I want to be the dad who's called into the principal's office for his son saying that.
That would be
I want to be that dad.
isn't it the dream? I mean,
That's
isn't
the
that the
dream.
dream?
It
Isn't
is.
that the dream? Is to be called to the office because I'm surrounded by assholes.
We
I
need to
knew
go
it.
to ludicrous speed.
Yes.
Ludicrous speed. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Exactly.
There are so
There's
many.
so much.
good,
Yeah.
So many
And the funny
good
thing,
lines in that movie.
you could never make a Mel Brooks movie today. You couldn't do it.
No,
No,
No, because
they'd
it
be
would go
15
from
seconds
suck
long.
to blow.
It'd be 15 seconds long. Everybody'd be offended.
Imagine them making Blazing Saddles today. You couldn't do it.
Nope.
Oh man.
The opening
Mel
credits,
Brooks.
you see somebody riding across the prairie in a horse, and then there'd be the ending
Speaking
credits.
of which, David, check your text. I sent you a Blazing Saddles pumpkin spice meme. Sent you the same one.
I did see
You could
that.
never.
I
You
did
could
see
never.
that.
You could never make that today.
So yeah, so on that same kind of topic, there was where was I? That somebody said something and they were like, "Oh, do you want pumpkin spice?" I was like, "Do I look like a basic white woman to you?" And
That
they
looks
just
like
looked
my
at me
name is
like,
Karen.
"Bro, you just said that out loud." The people they were shocked.
Well, David, you are white. I think you're allowed to say white.
Karen Leffingwell here, people.
That's actually quite funny. I need to talk to the manager.
My brother
See?
once said in a post office line to a lady, he said something like, "Shut up, your HR department's not here."
That's pretty funny.
It was a great moment. In
That's a
Army
good one.
history.
That's a good one.
Shut up, your HR department's not here.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to be like
Yeah, she
politically
got lucky
correct.
because he cut in front of her.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's just don't be that falls under the one rule I try to live by. Don't be a dick.
And everybody should live by that rule. That should be a general
Well,
I mean,
rule.
really, that should be it. We don't need all these other things. Just don't be a dick. If you just follow that one rule, you won't be a dick.
And there's our next T-shirt.
that was my old boss.
Yes.
Be a dick.
I'll buy it.
Man.
We need to attribute that quote to somebody absolutely insane, like Mother Teresa or something.
Mother Teresa,
Like,
don't
be
be
a dick.
There you go.
Mother
Mother
Teresa.
Teresa. With a picture of her.
Yes.
That's it. I'll make that shirt. We'll make it happen.
I'm just
I'll
counting
buy
on the
it. I'll buy
Almighty
it.
to have a sense of humor.
All right. So
Or you get a
scam.
t-shirt with a hand out. Don't be a dick.
That's a good one.
Yes. Oh, okay. All right.
So-
So let's get into
so
this. We are
scams.
an hour and 20 minutes almost.
So we
Actually, no, because we started late.
a little bit late. I don't know why, but we did. So, so one is creating a false account, cloning somebody's account to get their friends to provide their information. Two is once you actually clone this account, guess what? You can send malicious links anywhere. A third one is super common, especially in older generations who aren't super tech savvy, is dating scams, right? And I guess not older generations. That's not fair.
Scams.
But anybody who dates online and is comfortable with the fact that they're providing information to somebody they've never met face to face, that happens a lot. So, and you see this a lot in older generations because they'll try and date somebody. They try and get out there, but they don't know how it works. So they're dating this person, and they kind of have chats. And after a period of time, this is a long-term scam, by the way. The person will say, "Hey, can you send me money for this? Can you send me money for that?"
Sure.
and
There
it-
you go.
And it's quasi-related to a newer scam that's coming out called I didn't make up this name, called the pig butchering scam. The pig butchering scam. And basically what this is where in a dating scam or a friend scam of some sort, they'll have a fake cryptocurrency company, right? With legitimate-looking website, legitimate-looking stats that actually go up and down. You'll see how different cryptos go up and down. But what happens is you'll provide them money as an investment, and you know what? Your first investment, it's going to come back tenfold, and you're going to make all this money. You're going to say, "This really worked. I have all this money actually in my bank account." But guess what? Now they not only have your bank account information, they also have you on the hook because they know you're going to invest more money the next time. and you keep investing money. You see your bank account going up. You see your account going up. And over the course of a year, 2 year, multiple years, you think you have $10 million in the bank. Guess what? None of it's real. At any point, when you try and pull out the money, they'll say, well, your account doesn't look legit. We can't give you this money. Or they'll try and say, well, you need to pay X amount of dollars in order to pull out all of your money so we know that you're not a scammer. And in the end, they'll just get more money from you no matter what. So this is actually super common. In the agenda, David, I sent you a link to a video where this guy lost like $1.6 million because he thought he was dating this lady. And apparently this one scam
that explains it.
Is worth over $10 billion annually. $10 billion annually.
I would start scamming if I could make that kind of money.
I mean, it's not bad money if you can make it.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have the equipment necessary to start a scam?
Matt's back there seriously
Really
contemplating
a
a career change.
I could use $10 billion, sure.
Because we could get
Yes,
I'm
I'm gonna
off the bat. He'd be our first target.
How are you gonna scam David? I think David would be hard
You're
to
trying
scam.
to scam me,
Oh, I think he would be.
Dude,
We're smarter than
dude.
you.
I would tie your life up for so long.
He would fill your house with
Tie your life
he would fill your
so
house with
long.
halon gas, and you'd
dude.
die and come back as a zombie.
That would be the scam.
Halon will not kill you. Halon has been in use for over 70 years with zero long-term side effects.
David, I saw
If it
Resident Evil.
absolutely destroy the ozone, it would still be the #1 fire
I
protection.
saw Resident
suppressant
Evil.
gas out
Just
there.
one whiff of this stuff will kill you dead immediately, and then you'll come back as a zombie. I saw Resident Evil. I know how it works. You can't fool me.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, another one. Another scam online is posting ads.
That is bromotrifluoromethane, by the way, if you guys want the chemical compound of that.
Also called not liquid death, but gaseous death.
Just tell
Halon, that would be 1301.
There you go. Matt says it's also called
1211 will actually kill you if you're in a confined space.
also called
though.
PCP. Okay. Posting ads to fake stores online. So here's another thing that you can do.
Taco Bell? Okay, I'm sorry. We had a little side conversation over here about the topic you brought up of gaseous death. And
Oh.
Keith goes, I've had that.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, after Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All bad. We've all been, and
Right
that's
up
why,
there.
why I won't eat White Castle when I know I'm going to be with my current wife later that evening. White Castle's delicious, but it's dangerous later that day.
What do you mean?
I love how
Yeah.
he says my current wife.
No, not
So-
White Castle farts.
Oh, I know. I heard the story.
Okay, so you heard the
last
story.
week,
Okay,
yes.
you heard the story about the current wife thing. Okay.
Dude, I love
All bad.
fucking in
God
front of
bless her,
my wife.
man.
Dude, if you
Oh, Kiki's a champ.
Really?
Kiki's a champ. Hell yeah.
yeah, and
Got any
for some reason
pictures?
David's the only one who calls her Kiki.
She got to laughing today about this fart I let when we were dating, and it was just this like 5 minutes.
Wait, whoa. You dated his ex-wife?
Kiki,
Or
wait,
his current
yeah,
wife?
Yeah. Okay, so the viewers at home
Yeah, and
are
the
just
viewers
like
here.
us, and we're going, wait, what?
Sabrina Arrington says, nope, laughs, don't talk about it. So apparently Matt used to date my wife, my current wife.
Yeah, so that is literally how it sounded.
A big fart, and then she left.
Wow.
And
So
now that I
Shelley
know
Webb-
this-
so
God
Shelley
bless him,
Webb says
Ed.
White Castle is gross, and Shelley has my full and 100% support.
Shelley, with all due respect, White Castle is delicious. It's wonderful.
No,
but never ever
no.
eat it if
So,
you want to be around humans later that
I know
evening.
the owners. I know the owners, and I used to do work there. I love the business model they do, which is amazing. By the way, it's very different than any other.
Because it's delicious.
We'll call it.
Those
Well, it's
jalapeno
not because
cheeseburgers
because
are
of how they actually build their structures and stuff. It's a zero debt company. It's amazing.
those jalapeno
amazing
cheeseburgers are next level. That's all I gotta
my
say.
God, it's just no.
Next
They can keep all of it. You
level.
can keep all of it.
I will.
I had White Castle
Well,
once.
now that I
Once.
have to leave my current wife because she
Go
was
there.
with Matt,
Yes, yes.
I need to. I'm free to eat White Castles all evening. I'm good.
Yeah, she wasn't with me that long. I farted.
The palate.
Cleanse the palate there.
Yeah, John
Cleanse the
Calendar
palate.
says 4 sliders, onion chips, and red cream soda. That's where it's at, John. That's where it's at.
So, I mean, they have a huge following for Valentine's.
Which makes no
Huge.
sense. Which makes
White
no
Castle.
sense because
White
honestly,
Castle, yeah.
what White Castle does to your
It's-
bowels,
it sells out.
White Castle, what it does to your bowels should be a war crime. It's bad.
Honestly, it's a very personal thing.
Love it.
Some bowels are affected, some aren't.
No, Matt.
Incidentally, that's
You and
why
I,
was
Matt and
late.
I later are gonna go find a White Castle. We're gonna pull a Harold and Kumar. We're gonna find a White Castle, and you will.
You guys are in Columbus, Ohio, literally the home of White Castle. I think you can find one.
He's going to get kicked out of his house. That's how bad it is.
So we're switching up. We're going to go over to the Eagle Rare from
That
the E.H.
E.H.
Taylor.
Taylor was great, though.
E.H. Taylor is amazing.
Ooh, John Calder says he's making slider Thanksgiving stuffing. Is it White Castle slider Thanksgiving stuffing, John? Because if it is, I'm coming to your house for Thanksgiving.
That actually sounds really good.
That sounds really good.
I've decided I'm going to eat Thanksgiving dinner.
Or do you
Sound like I'd be poor.
Well, no, with this.
Have you ever seen me pour? All I pour
You
is
have to
heavy,
eat
bro.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
dinner.
I do.
It's bad luck if you don't.
Hey, ask them if they want to see my lump.
No.
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 The viewers
No.
at home also said no before they heard you.
Our
because
viewership
they're
literally
like,
just
that is
dropped to
unanimous.
zero. It just with that, it just dropped to zero.
That brings up
Where'd everybody go?
Oh wait, we have the Asian area coming online right now.
What if
What?
I had said, "Would you like to see my bump instead of lump"?
Nobody
No.
wants to see anything on you.
No, that's not.
No,
No.
now we lost the
It's-
Asian crowd.
It's how you word it.
Just sit back there.
Now, what if you would say, "Would you like to see my magic button"? You know, see, it's all about the wording.
And he wonders why he doesn't have a mic back there.
There are some people I wouldn't mind seeing their magic button. You are not on that list.
You've already seen my magic button.
Hey, what happens at the photo shoot stays at the photo shoot.
Magic button is usually shaved, and I don't even want to go there.
You're
So
welcome, West. I just gave you some.
Oh, it's like Wes is just sitting there like, dude,
that's a picture
I've
I
lost
can't
control.
Get out of my mind.
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
It's all bad. Yeah.
Rating
There
bump.
was
We
nothing
just lost
good.
all of our viewers.
Nothing good in that.
We just lost all of our viewers. It's zero now.
My magic button gave you a bump.
Oh dear Lord.
No, all bad.
Well, thank you for attending the.
Yes. It's been good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's up next on the Don't Fall for This blatantly obvious scam? So we've went through the spoofed URLs with the fake messages. Then we went through dating a guy named Jim that needs money. What's next?
We've been through a few things. I'm glad you're paying attention for at least a little bit of it.
I see
Posting
two of them.
another
I'm drinking bourbon and smoking
another
cigars,
is-
dude. Man, it's happening right now.
We're having fun.
Another one is something I'm sure Matt fell for just earlier, which is posting ads to fake stores. So here's something else people don't realize. Not only can you fake an online profile to look like anybody, as John called out earlier, it's called catfishing, sort of. You can also make fake stores. I can make a storefront that looks identical to Macy's or to just anybody. And I can, and here's the funny thing. On a website, you typically look for like VeriSign verification at the bottom, a little logo that's on there. Guess what? That's a JPEG.
You can make that as a background.
I can download that anywhere, and I can just put it on there. I don't need their verification. I'll just put it on there. My store doesn't need 5-star rating from X, Y, and Z places. I'll just copy those images from someplace else that has those ratings, and I'll put it on my website. It's super common. And what happens is you buy these products from what looks like a legitimate store with all these purchases and all these great reviews, and now they have your payment information, and you have absolutely nothing. So that's also super common, especially on social media, because they don't care. It's not their job to care.
No, they don't
There
care.
you go.
So I was throwing hands up because I had a customer that was making during this turnaround I was talking to you guys about earlier about internally. I had a customer of mine that was making a $3 million payment.
Mm-hmm.
And they were one of the people that got hit with this.
Right.
They didn't fall for it. They reached out to me, and I'm like, you don't do anything without me either on the phone with you or standing in your office.
Right. That's it.
That is it. And sorry, I'm from Southern Ohio, born in West Virginia, so sometimes I struggle with certain words. Our AP people were going, no, we need this. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
You're not going to push them. You're not going to penalize them or anything. I put a stop to this whole thing until I'm face to face with them. Nothing is going to happen.
Right. Because
And I went and I sat face to face with them and I said, here's the numbers. This is what it should be. He goes, that's what we used to have. Do that.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Thanks to AI, you can't even trust chats or even voice messages. No. So the funny thing is, there's an AI chatbot right now called Personal.ai, and the whole point of this chatbot is it studies all of your speaking and typing mannerisms, the way you speak, the words you use very frequently, your punctuation, and it's built to sound to write exactly like you write. And
Oh dear Lord! If it tried to replicate me, it would break.
So you'd be dude, these things are really freaky advanced. So the point is the original objective of it rather was for somebody to have a personal assistant who would reply back to messages, DMs, texts, emails, things like that, and it would sound like them. And what it would do is it would send you a summary of all of the messages that it sent. For busy people, it sounds like a legitimate use of this technology, but for scammers, guess what? That's what it's for. Another thing, even phone calls and voice messages. Do you guys remember a few months ago when there were a couple of news stations that had phone interviews with Vladimir Zelensky? Do you remember these? And they were actually on the live air in Europe with Vladimir Zelensky. It sounded like him. It used the same words as him, the same speaking cadence as him. And guess what? It was not him. It was an AI. These guys were being scammed. It was just a joke that people were using AI to screw with these idiots on this news channel. They weren't actually trying to scam information. They were just doing it just to screw with them. But it sounded exactly like him. And they had no idea until it was too late. What was that, Keith?
Are you telling me that he endorsed my esports team?
Oh,
are you telling me that was a
fake?
Yeah,
that was me. That was actually me.
A little bit.
As long as somebody to endorse my esports.
You know what? Another one is I heard an ad not too long ago that sounded exactly like Joe Rogan endorsing this thing for a $2,500 check I should be getting from the government, and if the government didn't send it to me, I got ripped off. And it was Joe Rogan. Guess what? It wasn't Joe Rogan, but it sounded exactly like him.
You mentioned Joe Rogan.
Yep.
Every podcast.
Sometimes it's David. It happens though.
So,
but the thing is unless you're face to face,
there was a series there. There was a series of shows where I was keeping track of the number of times that Wes did say the name Joe Rogan. So El Rabo. So this is a good cigar. Where's it from?
I have no idea.
All right. Well,
I got it from my buddy Phoenix Willis. Willis. Sorry.
Willis. So I'm gonna keep this wrapper.
We're gonna order some
so I can hunt them down. That's a good cigar.
$30 for a 5-pack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Just a random comment.
I thought about bringing the pipe.
Yeah,
so Wes got me a pipe for Christmas once.
Nice.
And I've got some Lane 1Q in there that is it would make this whole tent smell like candy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so
Pipe
good.
tobacco is delicious.
So good.
Pipe tobacco is
I mean, it really is. So that is I have hopefully my current wife is not watching at this point, but I have used it and smoked it in the room in there and used it as an air freshener in my office.
Yeah, the smoke smells like candy. It's delicious.
It does. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Nice.
It is really good. So I'll let you when we get out here. We'll go check it out.
Some pipe tobacco will blow. It smells like a burning tire fire, but others it smells delicious. So
burning tire fire.
Oh man, I have this one called Black Irish X, and it smells like a combination of the best burnt tips on brisket you've ever had, combined with burning tires, and it will blow your ass off for nicotine. But it is super super tasty stuff if you like to go that harsh. So anyway, away from meth and or tobacco.
What's
My wife.
We're gonna take a quick meth. Hey, Matt, what type of meth are you smoking tonight?
We're gonna take a quick inhalation break.
Becky says I'm not allowed to do.
It's usually a drinking break for us.
His wife won't let him do
I might
meth.
actually find a way to set this up more often.
Booger.
The day.
Remember Pee Wee's Playhouse? They'd all go whenever somebody said this.
You remember that?
Yeah, the Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, the word of the day. Yeah.
That was good. You do a good Pee Wee.
Actually, it wasn't bad.
All right.
That wasn't bad.
I know you are, but what am I?
That show was so. I mean, he was definitely doing some sort of acid or mushrooms during the making of that show.
You know what though?
He had to be.
It worked.
You can't recreate that.
Yeah,
it worked. I think somebody should try though.
I can. I will.
I mean, I think somebody should try. I think that's the thing. That's a challenge out there.
That's it. So we're gonna do a Pee Wee.
What else do we have on our
All right. So next one is using, and this is kind of like obscure. So we'll get into some of the meanings of what this actually entails. But some of these scams actually get really complex when you dig down into them. Using social engineering tricks to convince someone to voluntarily give you their personal information. right? So we kind of went into this a little bit earlier with the dating thing, right? The online romance scams. But another one is just guess what? Just making friends, just making friends out there, and you can convince somebody that guess what? You like the same video games and you've gamed on the same servers or whatever, or you're into a lot of the same. You like the same cigars, and you're volunteering information left and right. And these are long-term scams. And the point of the long-term scams is guess what? You've known this person for a whole 6 months. You feel like you know them really well. You don't mind giving them some information. You don't mind volunteering some information or sharing a screenshot that might have critical information that they could use to hack into. These are long-term scams. And you think you wouldn't fall for this stuff, right? You think, I'm smart enough, I wouldn't voluntarily give somebody personal, banking information or password. But guess what? This is this person's full-time job, right? David, you're pretty good at your job because it's your full-time job. It's what you do day and night. These people... Guess what? I got
a new job. We'll see how it goes.
Guess what? They probably don't have Netflix. They probably don't sit around watching memes all day. This is their full-time thing. Is literally scamming people all day, all night. This is what they do. So they're really good at convincing you to give you their information. So you think you'd be smart enough to not fall for this stuff, but some of them can get really advanced.
Hey, I'm a salesman, man, so I understand. I mean, it's and to boil this down, it's get the yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's get the yes.
I would get my money and buy an A10 Warthog and bomb the hell out of leaves.
He hates David. He hates leaves. Matt hates leaves.
He doesn't like leaves.
He's not into fall. He doesn't. He likes pumpkin spice dog trees, but he hates autumn.
Yeah, I hate autumn.
So I gotta tell you, autumn is my absolute favorite time of the year. Just I love it. It's from a memory standpoint, it's my best memories come from autumn.
Summertime.
I love the fall. Love it. Now I don't mind sitting back here. So I'll get out here on the pool, freaking Frank Sinatra rocking on the radio. Boom, out on the pool. I like that. That's good. That's fun. That's a great time. If you haven't done it, so if you haven't done it when you're out in your pool, as you should be, when you're out in your backyard with a pool and you're going through the grotto, you play just the Frank Sinatra radio station on Amazon, right? It's perfect. It is perfect. You can't be unhappy about that.
Nope.
But I'll take fall any day of the week. So you take your A10 Warthog and insert inappropriate comment here yourself with it.
I'm an artist, so bombing those leaves would be an artistic expression.
All right, so another great way that you're being scammed.
Wes is like back on
another
topic.
way that you're being scammed is, and a lot of people are falling for this, is
taxes.
Oh, don't get started on that. It's taxes, dude. I can talk about how taxes are the biggest extortion scam in the history of the world. We won't go there. We won't go there because I don't need the IRS on my ass. Is gamified scams? Okay. Here's the thing. So you go online and you'll see these little quizzes. Which Harry Potter character are you? Which and David, you fall for these things. Which doctor from Doctor Who are you? But the biggest one, and it is destroying a ton of people, and a lot of people that I personally know are falling for it, is Temu. Temu's another one. Guess what? It only exists. Here's the reason. Here's the way Temu gives away so much free stuff to you. Because they're making up for it on the back end by selling your personal information. The Temu people aren't hacking into aren't using your private data to hack into your information. Guess what? No, they're selling it to third parties, who are then using it to sell to other people, who are then using it to hack your stuff.
You'll read this in a lot of terms and conditions.
That's right.
And
absolutely.
I'm one of those jackasses that actually reads occasionally some terms and conditions, and it talks about what they're going to do with your data. Mm-hmm. They're not going to sell your data. I'm not going to sell your data. Excuse me. We're not going to sell your data. They'll be in another spot that says, we will share your data with another person.
But we're not going to tell you who it is.
We're not telling you who it is.
Yeah.
And what they do with your data is a whole different story. Now, if we get a kickback, it has nothing to do with selling your data.
Right. Another one is we're not going to sell your data. In another place, they'll say, we own all of your data that you share with us. We own all of the data that we scrape from the other apps on your phone. And what we do with that data is up to us, and you have no say. But we won't. But in the other part, it says we won't sell your data. They just happen to own it all.
Take a brief moment.
And here's another one:
take a brief moment and raise our glasses because Kiki is watching.
Oh, my current wife is watching.
Here's to you,
and
Kiki.
I told her not to use Temu. If you're watching, it's your own fault.
Yeah, don't use Temu. To Kiki.
But here's what these apps do, and a lot of these, a lot of these apps that come from certain areas of the world, like TikTok or Temu, it's actually in their terms and conditions that their app will not just use the data that you enter into that app. It literally says in the terms and conditions, they admit to it because they have to, it scrapes data from every app on your phone. Guess what? You have banking apps on your phone. You have other social media on your phone. You have other shopping apps on your phone. You have contact lists on your phone. It can scrape all of it. And they admit to it because they have to. But nobody reads the terms and conditions. So, look. I mean,
the amount of data that's out there on you. And so I know people that go, I don't buy anything online. I don't shop online.
Doesn't matter.
I won't do anything online.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Data's there.
David, do you remember the episode we did on big data?
Yes. No, I do not remember.
I'm not going to use those words. I'm not going to use those words.
So this is crazy. All right. So Keith wasn't around at that time.
We're
doing the show on big data. All right. We're doing a show on big data. He mentions a word. He mentions a specific thing that's tied with the platform that we're into, right?
Booger.
It was indeed not booger.
No, it wasn't.
All right. But literally, he goes, "Can I say that online?" Boom! Our whole stream died.
Not only that,
his computer's over there. The mouse is going around the screen and doing stuff.
David actually saw it. This is not just me. David actually saw it. We were there live at Hofbrau when this happened.
Yeah, we were live at Hofbrau. We were up on stage.
Are you sure it wasn't the beer that was doing it?
No. It was insane. It was insane.
Uncanny because literally as soon as I said, "Can I say that online?" Immediately.
The girl, Jenny, the bus, who was doing the renovation on the bus, she was watching, and she laughed. She's like, the moment you said, "Can I say that online?" the whole thing dropped.
Wow.
The whole thing dropped. It was. It was. If you could point to something and go, "Yeah, they were watching you."
Keith, that was literally my mouse was over here doing stuff, and I wasn't even touching my computer.
And it's a Mac, by the way. So it's not to say that it's completely completely secure, but it's a little more secure. It's a little harder just because it's a little different than a Windows PC.
Yep.
And it was just all kinds of craziness.
So big data.
And it took us It took us like 3 or 4 minutes to get the stream back up and running and everything. And it was like, all right, well, we can't say that.
Matt's
again.
leaving.
See you later.
See you later, Matt.
Yeah.
See you, Matt. What is he leaving?
He said
for?
he's falling asleep back there.
I'm falling asleep.
He's on a dog.
My current wife won't let him smoke cigars in the background, so he's leaving. He's angry.
You know what we need to do? We need to get you and Matt over here and get the 4 of us. We can change this camera up a little bit. We can get we can bring your camera. It's a much better camera. And do all 4 of us in here, fire pit or fire table rocking, and just do the show.
We'll make this happen.
Let's do a live remote for the esports arena.
Ooh, yeah. Can we smoke cigars in there?
No, but we will after.
So you see what we're having a problem with here, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
You know
bye, Matt.
If we get enough sponsors to pay for the naming rights of the arena, yes, we'll smoke.
We'll smoke cigars in there.
Well, let's make it. Let's find enough sponsors to rename it the Underdog Arena.
Yeah, that would be great.
And
I got to tell you,
that'd be perfect.
My
kids are always thought of as the underdog. So
my advice for everybody is smoke cigars.
Absolutely. You meet the best people.
You're going to just meet the best people. And you know what? If you don't smoke cigars, that's fine. Just go to cigar lounges.
You meet really interesting people.
You do, and it's amazing. So you and we walk into La Chaveta there in Columbus.
Yeah, it's true. And I
never went there when I lived there. I didn't know it existed.
It's funny. Every time you walk in there, everybody in there knows you somehow. Everybody in there knows you. And I learned a lot of handshakes I didn't know before. It's a cool place. I almost feel like I'm not cool enough to be in there, but like everybody knows you.
Yeah. The owner was there the last week when we were
cool
last
enough.
week, 2 weeks, whatever it was. It was there, and I mean, we just meet you just meet the great.
Yeah, everybody's in there super nice. We got to do a show from there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we should.
My cousin is coming up the weekend before Thanksgiving, and he's bringing me a box of Ybor City hand-rolled Cubans.
Oh, nice.
So, if you want to come up. We'll have a cigar together.
Now,
I plan on
definitely
now,
David.
Keith, when you say whenever somebody says they're getting a box of Cubans, I always think of the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer actually got a bunch of Cuban guys to come up and they ended up living in his apartment with him, and he was mad when they found out they weren't actually Cubans; they were actually Dominicans.
Oh, Dominicans, that's it. And that's the problem with Dominicans, because they went to the crepe. They went to I remember this episode because they ended up at the crepe, the crepe breakfast place rolling crepes, right. And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's the problem. They rolled too tight. People were cutting in the crepes; it was squirting out."
Right. Exactly.
Oh my lord! Of all the Seinfeld episodes, I remember that.
So Keith, I just picture you walking into a room with a bunch of Dominican guys following behind you. That'd be hilarious.
So my current wife and a couple other people they're talking about doing a Disney cruise. Ooh. And I flat said, all right, when you guys are doing the Disney cruise, I'm going to go do a Virgin Voyage by myself.
Need to find a cigar cruise, David. Let's make that happen. Actually, here's what we need to do, David. Awesome. We need to go. Big Smoke in Vegas. We need to get a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
We need to go to Big Smoke in Vegas and do a show from there. That's what we got to do.
Well, I mean, I think we could probably, instead of Big Smoke, I mean, Big Smoke's a great one to go to, but we could do some barnstormers. So, I mean, Florida's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's coming up like in the next week or two. Is Florida's barnstormers going to be down there?
I can get one going in Vegas if we want one.
Yeah, you were talking. You had a guy.
Phoenix.
You got a Vegas guy, Keith?
Yeah,
we got a guy. We get a guy.
I got a guy.
All right.
It's like I tell everybody, I'm nobody. I am nobody.
Join us.
But I know somebody.
Come on in.
Let's make this happen. We can do this.
I'll call.
Dude, I tried to get you to Vegas with me, and you were like, "No, bro."
My travel budget's not quite what yours is.
I have no travel budget. What are you talking about?
No comment.
I'll go.
No comment.
So I said I'll cover the hotel and most of the meals.
Well, I also have small kids who rely on me for stuff.
Yeah,
at least one of them wants to see me sometimes.
So my wife has actually been in Florida this week. She just got back today.
She's home. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got back today. And our daughter, I don't know that she could possibly have been happier that Nikki was back. I mean, we do just fine. I mean, she's old enough; she can handle herself.
Sure.
What's funny is, okay, for all you guys out there, all you ladies, because I know the ladies just love the show.
Ladies.
The ladies. How you doing?
Welcome, ladies.
Watch.
Okay.
No. So
No.
What's hilarious is the wife found out that when she's out of town, that my daughter will make her own breakfast, pack her own lunch, and do all the stuff.
She
because I tell her to.
See, she ruined it.
Like,
she ruined it. Never.
Yeah.
She should have never let on that she's self-reliant. Now she's gonna have to do it all the time.
No. When Nikki's here, Nikki just does it. I'm going. She's freaking 10. She can run a toaster. It's fine. It's okay.
Don Carlos. Good.
It's good stuff.
Sorry.
Oh, is that the cigar?
Yeah.
Don Carlos? Okay. All right. Hey, do we have anything else on our list?
Well, there's a lot of stuff, but we've been going for like almost 2 hours now.
That's fine. We got nothing to do. Everybody watching. This right now is the time people join in. Hey, I see Noah Leffingwell was joining in.
He did join.
That's
He
the
left
point.
a comment and said that he'll go to Vegas too.
Happy birthday, Noah.
I'll go. Don't worry. I don't even. Oh no. So he knows about it because it's a. Is it pirates? It's either pirate. I think it's a pirate themed. Some
In
kind
Vegas?
of special thing with Disney's cruises.
Oh.
Now, while there are certain. Disney has a standard, okay, all right. That's just the bottom line. All right, Disney is the standard in the entertainment industry, And so they're going to put on a good show. But I'm not going to have a spot to smoke my cigar and then go to casino on a Disney cruise. So I'm not
You can't
really
smoke a cigar on the deck? You can't just go to the deck and smoke a cigar?
I don't think you can.
What?
Oh.
Well, then no.
But on Royal Caribbean,
yeah, no.
you can. On Virgin Voyages, you can. And that's where I want to go. I want to go because I got to tell you, I want to go and I want to light my cigar here, right there.
That's why they have the deck, is you can smoke a cigar.
I want to do nothing.
Come on, man.
And then I want to go later and I want to smoke my cigar while playing roulette. Roulette, by the way, is the best game to play in a casino. By the way, just
I am not a gambler. I don't know. Is that the look?
It's the one with the little ball.
It's the ball, and it spins and does the thingy.
Yeah,
got it.
It spins on the thingy.
I just wanted to play Rainbow Friends with Keith's team, and we'll
Rainbow Friends. No, Rainbow.
Yeah, the 6 friends who play.
It's specific. It's not just general.
It's like 6. It's like the Power Rangers. There's 6 of them, and they battle crime.
And they joined. Okay. They joined forces to create one master battle robot Rainbow.
On a game that you know
exactly.
About.
So David and I are going to commentate, and we'll specifically not do our homework beforehand.
Exactly. Have some fun, man.
See, let's make this happen.
To be honest, that's me on every show. I do not do my homework. So just so everybody knows, and I think everybody already does know, Wes puts a lot of work into these shows.
A little bit. I do a little bit.
He sends me over a detailed agenda.
Thank you, Wes.
Yeah, thank you, Wes. We're gonna drink to Wes now.
You do
because
everything.
While we don't do any homework, we do
David's
drink.
Like a joker.
I mean, I'm used to it by now.
But it's a great time. It's a great time. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not doing any homework. I'm gonna commentate. I'm gonna be like, all right, Mario's got the ball. Yep. Mario takes it up court. Mario got shot by that son of a bitch in the tower again.
Still waiting for the Rainbow Friends to come in. I don't know where they are.
Rainbow Friends unite.
I told my coach Jeff that we were going to do a remote with you two commentating on one of the games. He's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds fun." I'm like, "Okay, you can control the chat. I'm going to do everything else."
There you go.
He's like, "All right." So we are looking forward to that.
All right, we make this happen, man. West, you got to put a little travel budget together.
Make it happen.
It's not much because I mean I live here. I have a guest room ready to go.
Totally.
So all you got to really do is
please come on.
Literally just ride back with me because I have to spend some time in Central Ohio in the near future.
I'm going to be in Northern Ohio in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Where are you going to Northern Ohio?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, he's in Cleveland.
I'm sorry about that.
I know, me too.
Well, there's a Hofbrauch also.
Oh, if I can, I'm going to the Steelers game that week.
Yeah,
I'm a Steelers fan, and then we'll. What
the problem with Cleveland? The whole downtown area smells like farts.
I may no longer be a Browns fan, but I sure as hell ain't a Cleveland fan.
Then the Cleveland Browns swallow.
This is a family show, Keith.
No, it's not
anymore.
That was awesome.
That was a good one. Okay, Keith.
That was awesome.
Everybody said, "Oh, Myles Garrett is the best defensive player." Yeah, well, if TJ Watt retired,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I was going to go to Troy Polamalu, but okay.
Troy's my idol.
Jimmy McGill really brought it last season too.
In the league as it is now.
Yes, he could.
No, he couldn't.
Oh, he could.
All right, go back and go look at the number. Okay, so we're going to take a quick sports moment here. West, you can just do the best
I'll be over here playing Rainbow Friends.
Look at the number of helmet-led hits that Troy Polamalu did.
Illegal.
Yes, he could not survive in the league as it is today. Couldn't do it. He was an amazing linebacker, but he could not survive in the league as he is today.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I didn't say is he in the Hall of Fame. I said he could not survive in the league as it is today.
And that's why he retired.
And that's where because he was from Pittsburgh.
Cleveland still sucks.
Yes, but
even
Pittsburgh Swallows or something.
No. Well, Pittsburgh may suck, but Cleveland
it's all went wrong. So, Wes, what are you smoking over there tonight, bud?
Well,
you got like a fancy air purifier thing right there, the Rabbit Air.
I do. Here's the problem. My wife, apparently she's my current wife rather, she's like half bloodhound, and even if I don't smoke, but she thinks I smoked, she can still smell it the next day and thinks I was hotboxing in the basement the entire evening. So that's how that works. You've been smoking down there again? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Like literally,
So
I
this
haven't.
is
And
great
she's like, she
because
thinks I have. So no comment.
this is great because I mean,
I'm just gonna drink
get it.
instead. A nice smoky scotch is what I got here. Nice smoky peaty
okay.
scotch.
So you talked about the scotch earlier. So this is okay. So tell us about the cigar here.
My father.
Oh, my father. Those are
This
good
is my
cigars.
father's cigar.
That's a good brand.
I have been a fan.
Which
I
one
have
you got
never
there?
been disappointed by that brand.
Which one you got there?
Never.
Never.
Which one you got?
Way too many crackers, though. I don't know.
It's a good brand. It's a great brand. My father's cigars, way better than my
I've
mother's
given him a
cigars.
lot of bourbon.
They're
Yeah.
So,
just
Way too
delicious.
much suburban.
West, you didn't hear it earlier. I'm sitting here pouring. He goes, "Man, that sounded like a heavy pour."
Yeah.
Well, that's Dave.
Well, David
I
in his
get it.
giant elephantiasis hands, you ask it to pour him. Yeah, I'll have two fingers, three fingers of bourbon. He'll fill the whole glass. He'll fill the whole.
Well,
But
that's three of my
three of his-
fingers, bro.
right.
You have to ask. He has my cheapest cigar, but it's probably my best.
Yeah, the My Father cigar is a great cigar.
No, that
Which-
one.
So, this one here.
El Rabo.
Here you go. No. Put that away. Do the placencia.
Yeah,
the
smoke the
placencia.
placenta.
Oh,
The placenta
no,
are delicious.
really?
Yeah, do the placenta. I got a bunch of them in there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Do the placencia. That's the octagonal box pressed placentio.
Yeah, that's a cool cigar.
Alma
That's a cool cigar, by the way.
Alma Fuente. Yeah.
I'm a fuerte.
I'm a
David,
fuerte.
what you got to try, honestly, and it sounds ridiculous, and it looks ridiculous, is if you put a cigar in your pipe and smoke your cigar that way, it is surprisingly good.
Oh yeah, no.
It is surprisingly
yeah,
good.
I get it because there are people who come down to one of our lounges down the street
Yeah.
here, and they will smoke the cigar, and then when it gets down to the
in the pipe.
foot, which is the final third, they'll flip it over and put it in a
Right,
pipe.
because even smoke the
smoke it
whole
out of a pipe.
cigar, it'll be sticking that far out of your pipe. But the funny thing is like the smoke when it comes through, it has a chance to cool and mellow out before it ever gets to your lips, and it is one of the smoothest, coolest, best smokes you'll ever have in your life. It looks ridiculous, but it's so good.
So okay, for anybody who knows Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he takes his cigars, he dips them in tequila.
Yes.
So I'm not really a big fan of tequila. I can drink good tequila. I don't drink cheap tequila anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like you come at me with Jose Cuervo, you can just keep on walking, bro. I'm not gonna touch it.
No.
We'll bring some next.
So, but really good tequila, like I can have that, but I like
David,
bourbon.
try good scotch.
So I now take, and you guys might have seen it early in the show. I'll take my my stogie even before I've taken the first draw off of it. I always burn it good. I get a great cherry on the front of it, and then I put it in the bourbon, and that's when I start smoking it, so I can pull that full flavor, including the bourbon, into the draw. It's great.
No, I'm telling you, I know you're not a scotch guy, but seriously, get a really peaty, smoky scotch and try that. It's good stuff.
Oh no.
Oh my God, I don't like any word in that sentence, man.
By the way, Noah says he's not trying to get you off topic, but he wants you to send him money so he and Mitch can get Taco Bell.
All right, hold on a second. I got to send my
Taco
son.
Bell.
Noah
I got
Leffingwell.
to send my son in college freaking money for
Noah
Taco
Leffingwell
Bell.
knows just the right time to ask his dad for money after he's been drinking and smoking all evening. Noah, now's the time to ask
Are you
for literally
winning?
anything, and it's yours.
No,
Are you winning?
no. Let's see here. He has
not winning?
$15.62 in there.
No, do you know how much
What's
Taco
funny
Bell you can
is-
get for $15? You can feed like 10 people for $15 at Taco Bell.
Right.
Inflation, though.
I'm
Inflation,
fat.
though. I get it.
You feed part of one. What are you talking about, bro?
Noah says, I know the way to his heart.
We want to transfer it from this account to that account. Holy shit! I almost sent him $250. No,
You can
don't
buy a
do
lot
that.
of Taco Bell for $2.50.
250. Say, all right. So Wes, tell the story about you and I to Taco Bell.
Yeah, so apparently at 1 or 2 in the morning is not the time to try and find a Taco Bell that's open or has a short line at least. We spent all evening driving around. We went to like 3 different Taco Bells in this Uber. They're all either closed or have super long lines. Finally, we get to one in Dublin here, not too far from where I live, and the line is just ridiculously long. Wraps around like twice, super slow, and we're waiting in this line in the Uber. And the Uber driver actually kicked us out. Now the timer's still going. He's still being, he's still charging us for this. But
he's still being
he wants to go, pick up somebody else. So he kicked us out in the line to Taco Bell. We get kicked out of the Uber. So David thinks it's a great idea to start knocking on the windows of other cars in line, saying, "Hey, can you buy us some Taco Bell?" and I'm like, David, don't do that. So eventually we try and hire another Uber to come up, pick us up in the line to Taco Bell so we can get through this line and get some Taco Bell. I don't remember what actually happened. I think we just gave up and went home. But we actually got kicked out of an Uber in a Taco Bell line. And call a second Uber to come get us
I can
in the
say
Taco
this
Bell line.
from my inebriated state. One time we succeeded, one time we failed, which means this happened more than once.
This is it's a trend with us. I think we should look into this.
Yeah, it was great. So I had to change. So I am a good friend of the butane makers because I use a lot of butane to light my smokes. So now I'm on my second lighter.
So David's a big. He's in really well with Hank Hill. The butane.
I don't know. Wait.
No, propane.
Propane. He got it. Keith got it. See, I didn't know my
do it.
flammable gases. Sorry.
For propane and propane accessories.
I was thinking butane and butane accessories. Propane makes.
I mean,
more sense.
listen to this.
Butane, propane.
No.
Really, what's the difference? I mean, it's all flammable.
You
Isn't
hear
that great?
that? That's crazy.
That's a great lighter.
That is a crazy great lighter.
I like the sound of that. Sounds like you're torching your whole microphone there.
This thing is awesome, man.
All good.
Blowtorch.
So we were going to light the fire table tonight, and Wes goes,
We don't need it.
"Dude, it just looks like all your equipment's on fire."
It did. It was like going halfway up the screen. It looked like your computer was on fire.
Yeah. To be honest, that actually would have worked.
Oh, this is awesome.
So that's the Placentia. Yeah. That's a great cigar. So that was actually a gift. I got a whole box of them, a whole box of them as a gift. So I got tons of them in there.
You got one less.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They are delicious cigars. They're absolutely delicious cigars.
Placentia.
So we got viewers. What the hell's going on? Hey, viewers out there,
great.
stop being quiet, man. That's the whole purpose of this show at this point. We're all well lubricated and want to chit chat with the viewers on the show.
Nobody wants to hear about your lube, David.
Hey, no.
Lubrication.
There is
Vocal lubrication.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, just so everybody knows, when I keep talking about in the past about, hey, I had a blackened Yeti gifted to me.
That's
it is
this
from
guy.
Keith. This is the one who gifted me the blackened Yeti that you guys see me drink out of so
Keith,
often.
that is a cool cup. I like that.
It is good. It is good. So that I'm on my first ice cube.
Yeah.
Those Yetis are great.
Yeah, they're. I mean, it's. So I was one of those people that was like, I don't want a Yeti. I'm drinking that slow. And then you bought me this thing, and I started using it. I'm like, dude,
This is
good.
I got this giant Yeti. I'll fill this thing with ice. It'll hold ice for like 3 days. You just keep refilling with water. Ice never melts. It's crazy.
Water.
Yeah, water.
What?
So I don't have the Yeti. I have the. Oh shit! It's right here. I've got the hydro flask.
Right. No, so Keith, I think you misunderstood. You were confused I was putting water in my Yeti. That's because I don't put ice in my bourbon because I don't have a vagina. So I drink my bourbon neat. It got real quiet over there. Sorry.
I had an itch on my eyebrow.
There you go.
Some people do.
I like
joking. So
look, drink.
I like. Well, so no. It's to each their own.
It is.
It's really
it
to each their own.
I agree.
And I want hot drink.
Yes.
Or as cold as it can get drink.
Now, West,
Those are the two things I want.
I will admit, last night for my birthday, David gave me a beautiful Opus X.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
you got one of those from that kit from that case?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
2018 Forbidden.
Yeah.
I Outback with neat. Oh my God! What
The blends. You had blends.
Blends.
I had
Okay.
blends last night, and then I finished off the night with some Calumet.
Ooh. Good stuff.
But it was all neat.
Yeah.
It was in a brewmate. It was in a brewmate metal glass. And everybody's like, "How can you drink?" I'm like, "It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect." And you know what? I'm sitting here tonight with the Placencia Almafuerte. I got my ice cube. I'm like, it depends on the situation.
Oh, you're totally right. And people always say, like, what's the best cigar you've ever had, or what's the best bourbon, or what's the best meal you've ever had? And it depends on like the situation. You could have like you could have all the best stuff in the world.
West. All right, we got bourbon. Wait. We got bourbon, cigar, and meal. And we're gonna start with West. We're gonna go with what was the best meal you've ever had.
You know what? And that's what I'm saying though. You can have all the best stuff in the world, but be sitting with a complete dickhead, and it's the worst experience you've ever had. But you could have Taco Bell and a Swisher Sweet with your best friend, and it's the best thing you've ever had, right? So it all depends.
We have drunkenly had Taco Bell, and you and I have had drunkenly
many drunken Taco Bells. Yeah.
I got my SUNY award, my Chancellor's
your SUNY Award, Chancellor's Award.
I would much rather have drunken Taco Bell.
He and I just on a Tuesday.
I would much rather have drunken Taco Bell with one of you guys than Ruth's Chris, best steak in the world.
Uno momento se por favor. Okay. All right.
You have to answer.
And I know David's gonna say Ruth's Chris is overrated.
I already have my lineup ready.
So I
threw the name out there because it was easy.
I gotta go. Wait. I gotta go into my monocle.
Hold
I gotta
on.
go into. Okay, go ahead.
I'm the guest.
Oh, you're the guest.
So
Yeah,
I'll do
Keith,
first.
you're the guest.
To get a chance.
West, you got time.
All right. My best meal was a 48-ounce tomahawk steak, sitting here on the deck with
sweet.
David.
Nice.
Ate them with tater tots. Believe it or not.
Steak and tots, bro. Steak and tots. That's how you do it.
Right. That was my best meal. My best cigar so far has been a Placencia. You're the Tiger that I bought in Charlotte, North Carolina last year.
Okay.
I had that about a week and a half ago. I lit it up out under my gazebo just like this, but it was beautiful. And I had it with some Calumet blended
14.8.
It was 14.8. Yes.
14. Yeah, the Calumet 14.8 is a delicious bourbon.
Absolutely great. 82 proof. 84 proof.
It's just a good bourbon. Easy to drink. It does everything you want it to do.
Now I'm looking forward to the 16 year that I bought.
Yeah,
my
the Calumet,
birthday.
Okay, so I've had the 16, and I did the 16 with my boss's boss last year at our conference, and I had no complaints.
No, but you cannot go wrong with a Placencia cigar.
Yeah, Placencia is good. So okay, all right. So I have went wrong with one. I had one that gave me so much oil and tar that I could not enjoy the cigar because I had to keep, my hands and everything. I was literally wiping oil off of it.
You know, the Opus that you gave me last night, there were 3 drags that I took that were absolutely horrible. But after that, it was perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Absolutely beautiful cigar.
All right, West, you're up. All right, give us your number one meal, your number one cigar, and your number one drink.
That's tough. So first of all, I like Placencia. I do. It's a great cigar, but I can't.
Didn't have to be a cigar. I'm sorry. It doesn't have to be a cigar.
I gotta explain this first. But I can't. I can't say it's ever going to be one of my favorites because I hate the name. It reminds me of placenta, and I don't want that anywhere near my mouth. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I know. It makes no sense. I can't do it.
You're not licking the placenta right. You're not.
Oh, Jesus, Mary Joseph, man.
David, this is what happens you don't want the placenta cigar.
No.
Placencia.
All right.
Okay.
I will bring you one.
All right.
So continue on.
All right. So my favorite cigar was La Gloria Cubana. I used to manage a cigar shop in Tuttle Crossing Mall, and after work one day, there was, a buddy who worked down at, it was Pacific Sunwear back before they were Pac Sun. And a buddy who worked at Pacific Sunwear, and this super, super hot chick who worked at Taco Bell. And he was trying his hardest to hook up with this chick from Taco Bell. And I was his wingman. So I'm like, all right, we'll go out. We'll smoke some cigars. You're going to look super cool. And he got... So I got Gloria Cubana for myself, and I got him. I think it might have been a Cohiba Red Dot, and actually, I feel like it might have been counterfeit. Actually, I still have one from all the way back then. And man, he got sick off his ass. He wasn't really a smoker. He was trying to look cool, so he's huffing and puffing, and I think he's inhaling most of these. And he got sick off his ass.
No, don't do that.
While he's trying to chat up this lady from Taco Bell. And it was so funny, but I was having so much fun because we were also drunk, because this is what you do when you work in a mall. You drink all day. And perfect ending to a perfect day. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Best.
That was good. So this is crazy. So I've got a couple of Cohiba Red Dots in there, and I've got a couple of unbanded Cohibas in there.
Yeah,
you do.
What you were saying? You said
I can't wait.
What'd you say?
I can't wait to dig into
now.
Those.
Where there was a story behind those. I forget what it was.
Okay. All right. So I'm at my local cigar lounge, and I'm just sitting there.
Tismart.
Terrible name. I hate that name.
Terrible name. I hate it.
I want to go there for lotto tickets and cheap beer.
I could rebrand that in a week and almost double
David,
his money.
We volunteered to rebrand it for free, and he said no.
Yeah. It's insane. But moving on from that. But I'm there and I'm scrolling through the Facebook because it's literally what I do. When I've got time, I like going through Facebook, and I love going through Facebook Marketplace. But I'm part of a lot of groups, and because I travel a lot, I'm part of a lot of localized groups that people view me as a local. And this group I was in, this guy was getting out of cigars altogether. He was out. He was done. He was a Freemason in Massachusetts, in Manchester by the Sea. And he's like, I'm done. I'm out. It's all free. Come and get it.
Wow.
I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
I'm on my way, bro. Just tell me where. And that's where I got my table humidor from.
That's a cool humidor.
He gave me a table humidor, has a glass top on it. It's gorgeous. So anybody who watches the show, all the bottles of black and everything, that table that sits in between my two chairs, that table was given to me for free.
And I didn't know that was fully stocked when he gave that to you.
Or humidor.
I didn't know that was fully stocked when you got that, by the way. That's awesome.
Yes. So not just that, but along with a 3-drawer humidor and probably close to 200 cigars.
That's amazing.
So it was great. It was great. So it was a hell of a drive.
I will preempt this by saying that one of the Cubans that Dave gave me, like, I lit it and it exploded.
That's actually happened to you? No.
Well, that's because the hygrometer.
Did that actually happen to you?
No, I brought it back. As soon as I lit it, boom! I was like,
nope. Keith, that actually happened to you? Like somebody put like a little firecracker in there.
So they used to be called lighter loads back in the day.
It was so dry.
It was very dry.
And bad. It was
bad. It was terrible.
Can't do it.
So what happened was the hygrometer on the 3-drawer, which there was no cigars in the table. They were all in the 3-drawer.
Yep.
The hygrometer was stuck at 70%.
Oh, bad hygrometer. So he just thought it was bad cigars, or
I just thought the cigar was perfect, right? So I'm going through and I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm giving these cigars away to some people because you know me,
and you're giving away dry cigars.
I give away cigars, and I'm like, and I'm feeling them. I'm like, man, this thing says 70%, but these things are hard.
It feels like old leaves. It's crackling.
And even Keith. So, but now I've got it all fixed. I got a new hygrometer in there. Plus, I put digitals in as well.
Were you able to rehydrate all those well?
I did.
Yeah.
They're all up. They're all up to 70% right
That's
now.
a problem. Rehydrating old cigars. I've done that. That's a big. It takes months to get back up to smokability, if ever, in some cases.
So what he gave me was kept in an electronic humidor at 72%. and it came back. It was perfect. It was like I was like, oh, I gotta light
Nice.
this, and it blew up, and I was like,
Oh, that's
nope.
a shame. That
And all of a
sucks.
sudden, I took it to the humidor, I lit it, and it was moldy. I'm like, nope, gone.
Mold is another
So,
problem.
yeah,
You can get rid of mold, but rehydrating is harder, I think, than mold. I don't know. In my experience.
So the first humidor I ever had, West actually purchased for me. I think it was a birthday gift or something like that. And
God bless you.
yeah, so West is my
how
bro,
we roll.
man. And it's how we roll. And I didn't know you had to put what's the water? What's the water? Not deionized.
No,
Distilled
it's,
water.
Distilled water in it. You know,
Yeah, just put tap water in there. You're good to go.
And then
You
I
guys
started
keep
getting
talking about water, and all I gotta do is pee off the deck here.
yeah, you start each other. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, and then I got mold on my little foam pad, the sponge.
Yeah.
And Wes is like, dude, just treat it with tequila.
Vodka.
Or not tequila, vodka. He's like, treat it with
Bourbon.
vodka. Treat it with vodka.
Well, you want a flavorless
so
to start
what I
with.
did-
So, go ahead. Sorry. It's your story.
Am I
So
gonna pee like in Lilo's landing area?
yeah, I don't care. I mean,
Alright, good.
I
I'll
don't
be
care.
back.
Yeah, my neighbors, man, take your headset off.
Oh, I will.
Okay. Definitely don't take the microphone with you.
Oh, I gotta go.
That bourbon adds up, man. That bourbon adds up.
Yeah, dip it down when you come back in. So so I'm sitting here, I'm looking at these cigars and everything, and the cigars are fine, but the sponge was starting to grow a bit of
Yeah.
mold. I mean, I was meticulous on this thing because I didn't know anything at all about cigars. Nothing.
Once you get mold, man,
So-
that's bad. I mean, I've seen people
So
throw
what-
out hundreds of
what to do-
cigars with mold just because they think there might be
So
mold.
I treated all of the cigars in my case at the time, in my humidor at the time, with vodka. I did it with what's the one that everybody loves right now? What's the
Absolute?
big popular vodka? No, the other one. That's 90s.
I don't know. Crystal
I
Skull?
don't, I don't even know. I don't know. I got
Yeah.
it in there right now. But anyway, so I treated
Grey
all the
Goose.
cigars
Grey Goose.
with that, but I threw it. No, it's not Grey Goose. But I threw it out. I threw out the actual sponge part of it, the little tray you
that's
put
smart.
it in. I threw that away, bought a new one, and then I switched over to Boveda packs.
Yeah.
And was like, you know what? Boveda packs are the way I'm going.
Yeah,
to go.
they're great.
It works out well. It works out well, and it saves a lot of time and keeps my cigars
We got to
good.
get those guys on
And
the
then
show, by the way.
since then my cigar stash has grown ridiculously. Absolutely ridiculously.
Yeah, and I learned the vodka thing because there's this old thing about how like old timers instead of having the silica packs in their humidors to keep it humid, they would put an apple core in there. And the apple core actually has a really similar humidity to the different packs and the silica packs you put in there. So I'm going to try this sometime. So I put an apple core in my big 200 cigar humidor just to see what would happen. And guess what? Within 2 days, that thing was moldy. I mean, it was covered in white fuzz. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I threw that thing away. I cleaned it out the best I could. A month later, every one of my cigars in that humidor had mold on it. So I did my homework. I did my research. Some guys said, don't do this. Some guys said, do this. So I tried it. I wiped down every one of those cigars that had mold with vodka, really good vodka. I think it was Grey Goose I used because I tried to get really high quality, high proof vodka, and just wipe off the mold. You try not to get any place that doesn't have mold so you can keep some of the oils in there. And man, I've never had mold since, but the vodka thing works. And you got to be careful. Don't drench your cigars in vodka because you don't want to wash the oils away from your cigars. You want the nice oily wrapper, but you just want to wipe the mold away and kill the spores. And it worked like a charm. I mean, those cigars are still great.
Yeah, that's good. I can't wait to come over. So I've only had, was it one cigar out on your back deck there, your little concrete patio place?
Yeah.
I think I've only been one time and had cigars. I think we need to do it again.
We need to do that again. My kids were real small at the time, and we need to do that real soon. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we need to get a tent, a canopy.
I
up.
got a
over at
I
his
got a
spot
big
and do
ass
it.
tent. I got a big canopy that we can put up. We'll make it happen. Get a fire pit. Make this happen.
Give me your lighter.
Oh, Jesus.
You give me that, and then I'll fist
My
bump you.
favorite meal, I didn't get to it, by the way, was
All right, let's go.
we were at the Crafty Pint, 5 minutes away from going live, ordering food, and we ordered wings and these pretzels, the house-made giant pretzels, and they didn't come until after we started going live, and we have the 5-minute countdown until the show starts, and we're live, and people can see us eating as the countdown's going on, and the countdown timer was going on.
Minutes. It was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes back then.
Okay, 10 minutes back then.
The countdown was 10 minutes back then.
Oh shit, we got to eat this stuff. So we're sitting there wolfing down these super spicy chicken wings and these giant pretzels, which were actually amazing. They were really good pretzels. And, it wasn't necessarily about the quality of the food, but it was the experience that made it that much better. And that might have been one of the best meals I've ever had, is wolfing down those chicken wings. Mediocre chicken wings, to be fair. But
not to be fair.
Look, the
so
great.
So Crafty Pint used to smoke their wings, and then they never deep fried them. They finished them on the grill, and then tossed them.
Yeah, you can ask them. You could ask for the extra. We asked for the extra crispy all the time because they do that.
Now we got to hear David's.
Okay. All right. So what are we talking about?
Best meal, best cigar, and best bourbon.
Best bourbon.
Best
okay.
drink.
All right. Best drink. Okay. All right. What do we got here? Okay. So I guess my life's a little different than these guys. My best meal, and we're going to start with meal because I'm a fat guy. My buddy Chuck Hoffner, who, if I text him right now, I'm going to text him. I'm going to text him right now on Facebook or Facebook. Is it Facebook Messenger? Okay, right here. I'm going to text him. Oh shit, wrong button. What's his name? Chuck.
Incidentally, if anybody wants to buy me a Fold 5, I'd be happy to take it.
All right. So I've done this before. I just text him, bro. All right. When he gets that message, he's gonna reply that steak. All right. So I grilled because I'm a cook. I don't know if anybody. I don't. Okay. I mean, we got to back up some. I cook, and I cook well. I overcooked the steak he was talking about. I overcooked it.
He did.
And I was pissed. Still absolutely pissed at myself.
You should be. You should be.
It was still good. But
unacceptable.
I text him, bro. He's going to come back and say, dude, that steak. That's what he's going to say. Because that steak, to this day, it was a ribeye. It was a ribeye, which, while it has a good marble to it, is a bit of a tougher. It's not a fillet.
Sure.
We could eat that steak with a fork, and we just cut with the side of the fork and eat it. It was the most phenomenal thing on the face of this planet. It was delicious. It was from a place called the Anderson Store, the Anderson's General Store, which doesn't exist anymore. There's only one.
Amazing, by the way.
Yeah,
their butcher.
Anderson's, if you don't know, their butcher, it was just top notch. Now it's apartments. So
shame. It was like 2 minutes from where I live. It was the best store in the world.
Yeah, right.
Their beer selection was. I mean, you'd fall in love with their beer selection. I mean, you would never want to leave their beer selection.
Okay, so that's my best meal. I mean, just the steak. I don't remember what we had as a side, but because of a place called Firebirds. Firebirds is it's not a high-end steak place. And you know me, I have eaten at many of the Nurset's Salt Bay restaurants. I have eaten at Morton's. And to me, what's the one you talked about earlier? Ruth Chris's?
Ruth Chris. Yeah. I know you're going to say they're overrated. I pulled that name out because it was
Ruth
easy.
Ruth Chris's is the Applebee's of steakhouse to me. Basically. All right? Ruth Chris's is the Applebee's of steakhouse. You're going to get the same thing no matter where it's freaking McDonald's. All right. You're going to get a good steak. It's nice. It's good ambiance. It's all the things. The price is ridiculous. To my opinion, is actually pretty good.
Oh,
I spend many times I can spend almost $200 or more on just my steak.
wow.
So, it was, the steak we got from there was perfection and cooked so well. Okay. So it is insane how good that steak was. Even to this day that I can text the guy that I made the steak with at the same time and be like, bro, and he's going to reply. And this was over 10 years ago. And he's going to say, dude, that steak.
But see, that's the thing.
Yep.
That's what I was saying, David, is it might not have, if you could actually go back in time and taste that steak now, it might not have been that good. It's the experience. It's the mood you were in. It's
Very
where
true.
you were having it,
Yes.
who you were having it with. It's the experience. All of that plays into the perfect
Yes.
meal. The meal itself, again, if you go back in time, it might have been okay. It might have been shit. But all of it plays in together
Oh.
to make it the best.
I'm a fat guy. I remember very well.
But that's the thing.
I'm a fat guy. I remember very well.
You're missing
that
but that's the thing. You're
was-
selling it short. You're selling the experience short to boost up the meal. The experience, I feel like, played probably just as much factor as the actual flavor. Here's what most people understand about actual taste, and being in dog treats. I know this. It sounds weird, but being in dog treats, I know this really closely. Flavor, what you taste with your tongue, plays so little in how you actually taste something. The whole olfactory system, what you smell, what you see, the sizzle plays into the taste. The experience plays into the taste.
Yes.
Your mood
It
plays
is
into the
it's
taste.
an encompassing. Yes, is an
All of
encompassing
it
event.
is the experience,
Yep.
right? So
Yeah.
again, it's not necessarily the meal itself; it's the experience that probably made it so great.
So our meal. So back in the day, I used to cook, and that's why when I bought my grill here when I moved to New York, I bought a big ass grill. Not thinking like, hey man, you don't know anybody here. You're not gonna be making tons and tons of stuff, because back in the day with that specific thing, there were 10 people or more, and everybody ate something different with the exception of me and Chuck and I, yes, with the exception of Chuck and I. Everybody else ate. I had a burger with bacon built into it. I had a burger with cheddar in it. I had a chicken. I had a marinated chicken. I had all these other things, and hot dogs, and all these things. Had all these other things I was running off the grill at one time. Chuck's in my grill.
Chuck's in my
and
Chuck's.
Chuck's.
How do you past tense pluralize that, David?
The steaks that we ate that night.
The steaks that we will have had been
I'm just
have
sitting
it.
here
The
enjoying-
steaks we will have had were the last thing. We were the end of it, and they were. I mean, it just I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot possibly explain how good their steaks were. Now, if we go to where my number one meal is from a restaurant, it's Hyde Park. Hyde
great
Park
place.
in Columbus, Ohio,
It's a great place.
is absolutely phenomenal. As far as steakhouses go, I've eaten at Abe and Louie's, I've eaten at Nursette, I've eaten at Morton's, I've eaten at all these places that everybody says they're number one steaks in this. Hell, there's a place down in the Carolinas I went to, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is the best steak. This is the best steak." Hyde Park in Columbus, Ohio, is probably the number one steakhouse I've ever been to, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And I was coming from a fat guy, so. What was the next question?
Best bourbon.
The
Best
cigars?
You
Oh,
said-
best bourbon. Okay, best bourbon. Ooh, this was tough. This
you
was
said
this
fat
one's
guy and
tough.
steak, and I'm like, well, you know what? Now we all have to go down to Ohio State to have a tailgate.
Yeah, by the way,
I'm
so
I like-
you don't take David's word for it. Again, experience plays into
You
a big
take
part of
David's
it.
word
Oh, yeah,
but
you
also,
do. Oh, yes, I
no,
do.
David for some reason thinks that random people in Ohio make better barbecue than people in Texas, which I
Oh,
refuse
no,
to believe.
no.
But David seems to think
No.
so, which makes me think
Wes is
his
incorrect in this. City barbecue is better. Okay,
City
so
barbecue
I
is
have
great.
eaten
City barbecue is amazing. It is great. It's
City
fantastic.
Barbecue, okay, so when you're looking at I'm just looking at the brisket.
I do pretty good here up in Syracuse.
So yes, so So I have a smoker in my garage.
Yeah, it's you, David.
Has
You're the
smoker.
smoker. You're
Never
smoking
been
right now on your
used.
back deck.
Right.
Never
good.
been used.
That's the problem.
Literally never been used.
That's
There's
the
bird
problem.
poop on it because a bird got in my hit on the cover. And we've never used it.
I gotta come over here and make you barbecue.
It's sad. Give me your lighter.
See?
But okay, so are we talking about barbecue?
He doesn't
again?
even know. Keith, he
Whatever
doesn't,
you
he
want.
doesn't even know anymore. The point is, he thinks people in Ohio can make barbecue better than those in Texas, and I refute that
No.
wholeheartedly.
Well,
Because here's the
They
thing:
can.
They can
it's
make it
experiential,
right.
not necessarily quality of the food. Thank you,
exactly.
Keith.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're at
now that David
right?
has the tobacco off his tongue, you say, "Now let me tell you how it actually is." What you don't
Now, Wes,
understand.
what you don't understand is no, what you
That's
don't understand is oh, Kern, we love you, bro.
I wish I had a good mic.
You do have a good mic. We
no.
just need
It's
a
just
mic.
hanging
we need
there.
a good mic.
What's wrong with your mic?
Yeah.
Those are the mics we use. Those were our original mics.
These are great.
Why is that
mics,
just
but-
hanging there? Is it like loose, just hanging there?
Yeah.
My nut
It
broke
won't-
loose. Wait, holy shit, that's
David
bad.
busted a nut all over
I-
Keith's mic.
I busted the nut on
Yep.
that.
He broke a nut. You know what else? My glasses.
And that
are
is now
empty.
forever immortalized in
Listen,
Facebook's
yeah.
algorithm.
David's busted nut.
Booger.
Yeah, Google that, by
Tonight
the way,
at
now.
11.
Booger.
A booger. Okay, so we're on bourbon, right? We're on
Best
bourbon.
bourbon.
Best
Yeah.
bourbon. Best bourbon. This is going to shock everybody.
No.
This is going to
I
shock.
know exactly what you're gonna say.
All right. Are you got it locked in?
Yeah.
Got it locked in.
Yep.
I hate to say this.
Weller Reserve.
Reserve. Weller Special Reserve. The green
Yes.
label
Good one.
Weller.
Yes.
It's the lower cost. It's the lowest. It's the lowest cost of the Weller.
It's a tasty
group.
one. I'll give you that.
His favorite.
Oh my
and it's
god,
his
it is-
best.
I could drink that every single. I don't drink bourbon every day. I
What makes it so
lot
great
of
for
people-
you, David?
and you drink a lot. Like actually, I don't.
Did
drink
I
on the
say that at
podcast.
the same time though?
Yes, it was. You were
I
spot
knew
on.
exactly.
The
I knew
Weller-
exactly.
What makes it so great,
The
David?
Weller Special Reserve.
It's a good one. I agree. I have a
It's-
bottle right over there. What makes it so
Not-
great,
it's-
David?
It's attainable.
Yes, you can get it.
Yeah.
You can get it. Almost, I mean, well, wherever it is, you can
Mhm.
get it.
He needs
Okay.
a bigger ashtray.
The pricing, yes,
Jesus
I
Christ.
had an ashtray inside to
well-
bring out for you because you were coming, and then
I would have
then
brought you one. I got an
I-
extra.
I know I need. So
Mm.
this is a tray that I bought from over in Columbus. It's not technically an ashtray.
I got
This
one you
right
can
here
leave
is
out
actually from
here.
Noah Leffingwell. He got this for me as a gift.
Thank you,
He's
Noah.
a good son.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he needs
I
money
treat
for
him as
Taco Bell.
mine.
But so the Weller Special Reserve. So I've got a Weller
Good shit.
12-year setting in there. I've got a Japanese Blanton's. I've got a store pick Blanton's.
Why am I out here then?
I've got
exactly.
What am I doing out here?
I got all this great
Wait a
stuff
minute.
inside.
We're
Hey, Keith, here's
gonna
this
get
shit
the
that I give you.
I'll see you
all
guys
good.
later.
Yeah. Peace, bro.
See ya.
So and we're out here drinking fucking
E.H. Taylor.
Taylor.
No, we're
and-
not. You poured me
E.H. Taylor,
Eagle.
that swill.
and Eagle, Rare.
that
right?
puddle water.
So swill.
Do you
The
want to know what we
swill.
passed on? Hold on.
We got and we got a Calumet over here too. We got which one did you bring with you?
The blended.
Oh, this is you get
Ooh.
the 15
Oh,
14
you pass that up,
I thought it was-
David. What is wrong with you?
Wanna
do
try
that
this? Yeah, we're opening this.
Yeah, we're gonna open
David,
that.
always drink somebody else's bourbon. You skip the first rule.
That's what I'm
Have you
doing.
ever met me, bro?
David, the first rule of Drunk Club is drink somebody else's booze.
I liked
The
every word.
second rule is
Exactly.
drink
I
somebody else's
provided.
booze.
I like that sentence.
He knows I will hook him up, and I know he will hook me up.
Yeah.
So
So it's all
Sure.
good. So
Symbiotic
the
relationship.
Weller Special Reserve is
it is. It
really is just in my opinion, the perfect bourbon.
Good one.
It's a wheated bourbon. I say cool whip. I say cool whip.
Whip.
I say what? So
Wheated.
it really is just all around the best bourbon. Now, so if I had to pick one that said, hey, if you could get it easily, would you like it better? Maybe. And this is a strong maybe.
Yeah.
The Antique 107.
Yes.
which is just a slightly more potent version of the Weller Special
Right.
Reserve. I'm getting ready to drop 2 bottles of Weller Special Reserve to my old boss in Columbus, Ohio from New
Nice.
York. Because I'm like, he can't get it, but I've got the
wait.
insight, so I can get it to him.
I'm gonna be in.
You mean Cleveland?
Yeah.
Keith,
Yeah,
come down to
it's
Columbus.
Ohio.
Come down to Columbus.
It's Ohio. I can still buy that stuff.
Yeah, so
and
you need to
bring
go.
it back.
You need to go.
They're charging $129 or $149 for a bottle of Weller Green.
What? In
Yes.
New York?
It's like 35
Oh,
bucks. It's
no,
like
I'm
35
gonna-
bucks.
yeah,
over there.
You're
yeah,
paying
I'm
that
gonna
much
go
in
shop
New
in
York?
Ohio.
Yeah, you go shopping.
Oh my!
You're telling me
God, I'm
don't
gonna
buy
go
booze
back.
in New
you gotta go-
York is
so
what you're
I have to
telling
go
me.
to Columbus. I have to go to Ohio here soon too. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
Insane.
But so as far as bourbons go, the Weller Special Reserve is just, oh man, bang for the buck.
Yes.
You just can't beat it. It's like so I talked about the meal, bang for the buck. So we're gonna talk bang for the buck. Real quick, back to the meal. If I had to go best steakhouse, which I mean I'm a steak guy, all right. So best steak, bang for the buck, is Firebirds. No ifs, ands, buts about it. So West, I took you to
Good
Firebirds.
place.
I don't remember when, but it was a
Yeah,
few
you weren't
months ago.
drinking because you had like a sleep study or something.
Yeah, I had a sleep study. I couldn't drink. It sucked.
Sorry.
Yeah, the one time David takes me there, he can't drink.
Airplane.
Yeah, I'm fat. Why did they have to put me through a sleep study to find out I have sleep apnea? Come on now.
I'll give you my CPAP machine.
Yeah, there we
I don't
go.
That
use
sounds
it anymore.
terrible.
There we
All
go.
of that sounds
Done.
bad.
Drink,
Yeah, there's
eat.
supposed to send me one. Anyway, so Weller Special Reserve, hands down. So what's the last one? Is it cigar?
Yeah.
Cigar. Okay, so that one is so situational. That is the one to me that comes back to situational.
He's going to say either the Weller Cohiba
Mm-hmm.
or the M81 Black.
Yeah, the M81
Of course he's
Black
going to
and
say the M81 Black.
one black.
Dude, they're both great sticks.
Okay,
They
so,
really are.
So if so, you say, hey, they're both great sticks. You are absolutely correct. If you go back to the legacy Weller Cohiba, if you go back to the legacy Weller Cohiba, not the new one, but the legacy Weller Cohiba, that is, I don't have one here. That's the cigar I gave you, the Weller Cohibas, and that cigar perfectly
The
rolled.
cigar?
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there it is. The Weller by Cohiba.
I almost brought that with me tonight.
That cigar, okay, from that generation, so the one that West has up on the screen right now, from that generation, if I had to pick, even over my favorite, the one I smoke now, the Black and the M81, that Weller Cohiba, that was the cigar that said, okay, that was the one that broke everything loose for me.
Yes. Yeah.
And I said, all right, I get it.
Yep.
And that cigar was so good. So good. It had all the flavors that you needed. It had all of the tension that you needed to be able to draw. It was
I am
so
Keith
good.
Edwards, and I approve of this.
Yeah. He is Keith Edwards, and we approve of this message.
All of those picks. Great.
Fully endorsed.
So it was so good. I mean, that cigar,
Not that my picks mean shit.
that
but,
cigar was so good that, I went back, you just a few weeks ago, I tried another one,
Yeah.
the new series.
Yep.
And the flavor was off a bit, just a bit, but they had it rolled so tight. We used your honing device
Yes. Yes.
on it to ream out the cigar to make the draw work properly.
There we go.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, the problem is, David, it's rolled by Dominicans.
Literally, that Seinfeld episode is literally what popped in my head. So I got through half of the first third. Half of the first third.
You threw it away.
I threw it away. I went in and got a blackened M81.
Yep.
I went in and got the Drew Estate M81 blackened from Drew Estate and smoked it. And it was good. I mean, okay, I'm a Metallica fan, so I've got a little leniency towards that. I mean, already. But the Weller, the legacy Weller Cohiba was, in my opinion, hands down the best damn cigar ever.
Great stick.
And I
Great.
don't know what happened to my Opus X because I was drunk on whatever night it was we were there.
Well, it's just it's kind of great that I actually have a box of the same one that you gave me.
Oh,
You have
good.
a box of them?
I got. Yes,
Holy
I do.
moly. That couldn't have been
We'll
cheap.
get you. Okay,
Holy
okay.
crap.
So Wes,
you have to come.
Apparently I
You-
do.
you
That's where
got-
the good stuff is. Jeez
visit.
Louise.
and B.
Bring your wife, your current wife.
Not the next or the
Correct.
previous. Oh, got it. Okay.
Right. Unless the next one is Jennifer Aniston.
It's apparently the prostitute that David ran over at that bar who was wearing the
Ran
fur
over
that
or
smelled
ran
really
into?
bad.
Ran over. Okay,
You
so
ran into,
so here's what
not
here's
over.
okay. So I'm gonna go into that story real quick. Just real quick, we're gonna delve back into the ancient life of Dave. I was like 18 years old. I'm out doing a fire alarm
And he ran
inspection
over a prostitute
with a
at
guy.
a bar?
No idea what you were
I'm out doing. I had no clue about anything.
Right.
And I'm out with a guy named Steve Starkey. We're doing some work. We're doing a fire alarm inspection at this hotel, and this girl rocks up, and she is just smoking hot. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get
A
to
little
her.
teardrop
And he
tattoo.
goes, and he goes, yeah, you're gonna be surprised. And I didn't understand what he was talking about. And then some middle-aged dude rocks up and just walks into her room. And then he leaves. And then some other middle-aged dude walks up and rocks in her room. And I'm like, all right, it's a little weird, but whatever. And then the number 3, I'm like, what the frick is going on
Did you
here?
pick a fight with a pimp,
And,
David?
You know, I did not. I
You
did not.
should have.
And and it wasn't until like number 4 that in like 3.5 hours that we were there doing this inspection that he's like, dude, she's a prostitute. I'm like, oh, okay. And then
That explains a lot.
all the things fell
Lights
together.
went on.
All the cogs fell into line. I'm like, oh. And you know, my wife is not watching right now, so I was thinking in my head like, oh, how much?
Holy crap, that explains the gonorrhea. Yeah, I get it.
Oh
So
my
now-
God.
So being in the fire world, I have walked into a lot of hotel rooms. a
So
lot
you're
of
saying
hotel
don't
rooms.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. It's not good.
New.
Not good.
And all of so basically what we're seeing now is David post syphilis brain. This is what it does to you, everybody.
I mean, I've done.
He
very
didn't.
well
He didn't
since
deny
then,
it. That's
honest.
all I got to say. He didn't deny it.
Nope.
I'm just
nope,
saying,
Nope.
dude. I'm dead on 2 lighters.
What the hell? You
I'm
Use
almost
a
lying.
still
good lighter.
yours
Use a
again.
blowtorch there.
Yeah, listen to this thing.
David, for
You hear that?
David
Yeah,
for cigars,
I
I
do.
almost exclusively use the black
I
end
know.
cigar that you lighter that you got me. Because I like this lighter. It has the punch cut in the bottom here, and I've never had a problem with this.
Yeah. I got one too.
Yeah. So, So I thought I refilled
go.
them beforehand because I'm like, I'm gonna need this because
Slacker.
I'm a heavy lighter guy.
Oh, you got the same
There
one,
you go.
Keith. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got the whole kit.
It's got the the punch cut on the bottom
if you
of
ever
it.
had
It's great
fuel
stuff.
in it, yeah.
I had fuel in it. I thought I
I'm
filled
good.
it. I literally tried to fill it up before I came out tonight. I'm like, I don't want to be like on the show and
I'm
run
prepared.
out of butane.
I mean, be
I think you
drunk,
mean
but I'm
propane,
prepared.
David.
Did I say propane? I thought I said
You
butane.
did.
Butane.
Butane and butane accessories.
Butane.
Yeah, butane.
Butane.
It's highly refined butane is what I use.
Very
Highly
refined.
refined.
It wears monocle, frankly. It's so refined.
It's where.
So
So I actually thought about hanging a sign up here that said Dave's secret monocle lair.
I should have brought my sun-grown banner. But West, we gotta get you up here.
yeah, I got to get. It sounds like a cool place. We got to do that show and commentate on your guys' plan. And
Absolutely.
we'll make this.
My assistant coach, I told him, he was like, "Oh yeah, that'll work." I'm like,
That'd be great.
It sounds awesome.
That'd be great.
I
Two
said,
of us
we
know
need
it.
2 middle-aged guys.
Who know nothing about video
commentating.
games.
on a game that know nothing about it, and he's like, "Yeah, absolutely, that'll work."
And the
Yeah.
funny thing
I
is,
think I can go wrong.
so Keith, I know
What can go
nothing
wrong?
about video games, but I used to do a little bit of programming for Midway back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, back before they. So the funny thing is, so I used to be what would be called a farm animal. So they would farm out certain work to people to come in and contract, basically contractors. And some guys that I knew who were there between my contracts, I don't know, like what David just said. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. So apparently between
I didn't hear it. So.
between contracts, one of the guys that I knew who worked there said, "Yeah, man, I showed up for work today, and the doors were locked." And a bunch of us were standing outside, and the doors were locked. And eventually, he called some supervisors, and they showed up, and the doors were locked. Nobody could get in. The locks were all changed. And apparently, the company closed down overnight. People showed up for work the next day, couldn't get into the building. That's what happened at the end of Midway Games. Yeah, that's a crazy story. I got some. So, I mean, the funny thing is, if you ever seen the movie Grandma's Boy, where like the guys who work for the video game companies literally stay there overnight, sleeping underneath their desks to get a little bit of sleep.
Wait,
Midway in
Midway,
Chicago.
yeah, Midway.
Midway in
Dude.
Chicago.
They had my favorite
Yeah, Mortal
game,
Kombat.
Gauntlet.
Oh, freaking Gauntlet. Okay, so
Fucking
that
Gauntlet, man, was
so,
the
all right,
shit.
so all you people in Hollywood who are making
Oh.
movies off of video games, why the frig is there not a Gauntlet movie yet?
Fair enough.
What the hell?
Keith, you ever play?
Red Warrior needs food badly.
Keith, you ever play Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat versus? You ever play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe?
No,
No,
I played Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, man.
Fair enough.
Gauntlet was the
Gauntlet,
biggest
man.
hit.
I want to play Gauntlet all of a sudden for
I love that game, dude.
It's a great game. What's love about the game?
I spent more time looking for something that I could play Gauntlet on, or Gauntlet 2, or Gauntlet whatever. I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me?
I think I know what you guys are going to be doing later.
Like,
is looking up where to play
all my
Gauntlet.
kids, like, what is Gauntlet? I'm like, that's the precursor. I'm like, this is the shit.
Here's
I
what you,
wanna play
Keith. Here's what you got to
I
do.
do too.
You got to get your team playing one of these older games that nobody else knows or plays, and like get them to like
Let's
master this.
let's
Yeah.
let's do it.
Oh, and here's the
I
thing.
mean, it could be something like
No.
Gauntlet. It could be something like Gauntlet, or it could be something like a land-based original
No,
Halo.
play against play a game like Gauntlet, but play it
Gauntlet.
against
But Gauntlet's you're against a computer,
Right.
And Halo you're against each other.
no Keith.
There's a difference. There's a
We
bit of a
can
difference.
figure something
No, remember the
out,
movie
and
Wizard,
we'll-
right? So the movie Wizard, right? So you had people competing, but they were like how far in the game you could get. Okay, Keith, here's what you do. You get your team to play Gauntlet against a couple of middle-aged guys who actually played the game back in the day and see who can get further in the game. That's your competition right there.
Dude, we're gonna have some fun.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, we're gonna have some fun.
It was a good time. It
Yeah,
could be good.
absolutely.
I mean, I think all of that sounds fun. We need to make it happen. Wes, you get your ass up
I
here,
know,
man.
I need to.
We can still
Yeah.
do it right.
Yeah, do.
So, hey, we got a
Please.
viewer. Who's
We have
coming
a
in?
new viewer. All right.
Hey, somebody just logged on.
A
Who is-
viewer?
Yeah, a new viewer. Somebody just logged in. I don't know who
Smoke
it
a
is.
cigar. Join us.
What cigar? Okay, they
No,
popped
they're
out.
gone.
They're like,
they're
no,
like,
we're
this is
right.
not the show for me.
This is not the show.
All
for
right.
me. Wait a minute.
Well, David, we've been going for like 2 hours and almost 40 minutes. So it's probably time to call it quits. You guys need to go find some
Yes.
Gauntlet online to play. It was fun though. We had some interesting conversations tonight. We almost covered the whole agenda. Almost. We almost got there.
Yeah,
Remote. Do a remote.
Exactly.
good.
A little. What?
Whatever he
A
said.
little.
All right. So I think that's good. I think next week we'll be live. I believe I will be here. At which case,
Are you going to be there, Keith? All right. I'll plan for that. I'll make a new layover overlay with your
Fine.
name on it, and
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll plan to be out here.
Oh,
on the patio.
oh.
Una muchas de por
Tismart.
favor, señores y señoritas.
It's Tismart's grand opening
Next Thursday.
next Thursday.
oh,
All right. We won't be here.
his
We'll
mark.
be doing something
Oh,
else.
maybe.
I know where to buy my lotto tickets and cheap booze.
I'm not there. Why not?
Wes, that was perfect. That was perfect.
What did he say?
All right, Wes. All right, we're gonna do it again. Tismart.
where you can buy your lotto tickets and cheap booze in the same place. That's what the name
Yeah,
sounds
that
like.
works.
It's an unfortunate name. It's a bad name.
It is.
It is. Yeah. He's got it.
Mart? Why add Mart to anything?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
No.
Why? The Quickie Mart.
Oh,
No.
the Quickie Mart.
Yes, we don't want that. No,
No.
don't
No.
do that. That's
No.
not where you get the business from.
Literally, almost
that where the-
literally
Which
any
is
other
like-
name.
Slurp.
Here,
Yes.
okay. Here, I'm gonna choose any random word off of this thing. Here, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna point a word on the back of this. I have dog treats in here from UnderdogPlus.com. I'm gonna choose any word from here randomly with my eyes closed. All right. Immune support. Immune support cigars would
Mart.
do better business than Tismart.
Immune. I am immune.
Yes. I mean, to be honest, yeah.
Look, it's a bad. Anything with Mart, it's a bad name. I'm sorry, but
No, it's not good.
No,
It's not good. It needs to be changed. When I seen him out there hanging the sign up on the front of the building the
No.
other day, it's tomorrow. I'm like,
gotta go.
man, you had the opportunity.
it was a
I
big
mean,
opportunity.
Of any time you relocated, you had the opportunity.
Go
and
big.
You freaking
Go
lost. You left it.
big. We'll talk to him.
Yeah. I
Brian.
mean, he doesn't listen.
We'll talk to Brian.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. It's fine. So all right, yeah, it's been a hell of
Yep.
a night. It's been a great night. Sorry everybody, the shift in technology here. I will go buy a USB-C 3 or a USB 3.0 adapter. I'll be on my normal computer. Everything will be
Yeah.
back to where it's supposed to
Sorry,
be.
Keith, I blame you.
No, Keith will be back next
I'm-
week.
I'm
and
good with it.
Matt will be in the background. Hey, Wes, you need to work out a way to get Matt a
Microphone.
mic, but with a button.
Right? Like I keep thinking about, does he? Sometimes
He'll
he makes a
switch.
really good comment. I'm like, that guy needs a mic. And
He
other
does.
times he talks the whole time about like the lump on his hand, and I'm like,
Yeah. He's like, hey, you want to see my bump? No, we don't want to see. What the hell, man?
No bumps.
You don't want to see. That's all bad. It's all bad. But yeah, I think it'd be great to get him a mic and making this all of a sudden a 4-person show sounds
Put him in a
awesome.
headset like me.
Yeah, stick his ass in a headset back there.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
And take his iPad away from him so he has to focus.
Well,
and don't let him play with a cat.
No porn.
yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. At least we can't see what he's looking at because it could be anything. Yeah. Yeah, earlier. Randomly, he's flipping through his iPad. He's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Ooh, vagina." And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
No.
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 No. So,
Oh,
The
right
C
here.
words.
and again, that's forever immortalized in the transcript on Facebook and YouTube. So, that's awesome.
Hey, iPad #vagina.
iPad, not vagina. All right. Anyways, we're gonna start the countdown out. I've been Wes. This guy's been Dave. That guy was Keith. That's my cat right there, and that used to be Matt Harmon. We'll see you guys next week, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Facebook and YouTube. Out.
Thanks for having me.
Peace.
was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.